promises that never stick. Empty words, a dirty trick. Feeding anger, causing hate. It's time to change before too late. Rise above, break the mold. Find your voice, let truth be told. Shadows fade, light unfolds. Liberate your mind and soul. It's a cult, it's a lie. Can't you see? Open your eyes. Break the chains, cut the ties. Before it's too late, realize. It's a cult, it's a lie. Can't you see? Open your eyes. Break the chains, cut the ties.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Happy Thursday. You know what we're here to do. Good morning, Attacking.
Rise above.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Find your voice,
Thursday.
let truth be told. Shadows fade, light unfolds. Liberate your mind and soul. It's a cult, it's a lie. Can't you see? Open your eyes. Break the chains, cut the ties. Before it's too late, realize. It's a cult, it's a lie. Can't you see? Open your eyes. Break the chains, cut the ties. Before it's too late, realize.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty then. Let's get this show started. You know what we came here to do. You know exactly what we're here to do, right? Alright.
It's like I'm stuck in time. It's like a curse.
Oh my goodness, you know exactly why we are here. Alright, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show once again. You know what we came to do. Alright, let's get it started.
It's deja vu when I'm running up these racks. I'm
Like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. That's me. Alright, ladies.
It's like every week I gotta take
Let's go,
out
ladies and
the trash.
gentlemen. I'm on top of my game, ahead of the class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass.
Cars in the garage, the tanks full of gas. I play the game so raw, I won't finish last. Sitting in my living room screaming how we made it.
This is how it's supposed to happen when you're rich and famous. The algorithm turned me to a maniac. Yeah.
Guess we going viral cause my Zodiac.
I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet. Benjamin Franklin is my bestie. You know the rules.
Days my ex don't mean they love
Don't
me.
ladies and gentlemen. They don't get replies if they text me. Let's hit them with it.
Say it with my chest cause I mean it.
Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited.
Call me the master with a new whip.
There you go, like that.
I'ma take
Here you go.
off
This is what they do.
shit.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone into Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Oh.
That shit was radical.
Keep it clean.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
Like deja vu.
Wow.
It's like deja vu.
Wow, I'm going way off.
It's like deja vu.
Deal with that. We can't have
It's
that.
like deja vu.
Oh my god, that's what they say about me. All right, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I'm your host, I'm your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping, very important housekeeping items. All right. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. You might as well pretend like my hands are resting on a huge stack of Bibles. Not the Trump Bibles, though. All right, that's the first H. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because, well, you've guessed it. I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me. Listen, if I get it wrong, I'll be the first to apologize, all right? But it just turns out I haven't been wrong lately. And then the last and the final H, which is probably one of the most important ones, it's because I am and will always remain, you've guessed it, the most handsome. Somebody said I'm the best. No, thank you so much. Many of you are very familiar with what we do over here on this side of TikTok. What we do is very, very special. We hold these people on the right. They used to be my friends, but they're not my friends anymore. These are some of the most evil, corrupt individuals I've ever seen. These are people that are actually worse than the people you see in the scary movies doing all the nasty things. All right. But what we do is we hold these corrupt, wicked, these people got a lot of evil in their heart. We hold them accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, and as well as crimes, because, you know, they go together, right? Crimes and dirty deeds, don't those go together? I mean, this is what these people do. They swim and they live in filth. They live in delusion, and they worship Donald J. Trump. and Elon Musk, even though those two individuals are hell bent on destroying them, they still worship them. These people, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, they're going to ruin this country, but they're not going to get away with it because of folks like you who actually care about this country. So what we do is we hold them accountable, all right? And so listen up. Let me do a quick temperature check. Do we have any Trump supporters out there this morning? Do we have any Trump supporters out there this morning? Seriously, because I like to give people a bit of a heads up before I start, well, you can call me Freddy Krueger in a way because I'm doing the slicing and dicing, right? Oh, you're a Trump supporter? All right, David Hasselhoff. You might want to leave this live, bro, because it's going to get very uncomfortable for you. All right, it really is, because the amount of truth that's coming out of here, I'm telling you, I'm undefeated. I'm undefeated, champ. If you do not want me to ruin your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between, leave this live right now, all right? Because it's going to get real nasty in here, all right? But get this, I know you don't believe me because I'm a Democrat, so how about this? You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Okay. All right, David. If you're still here, listen, you're here at your own risk. And do not ask me or any of my friends or my associates that are in this live that are voting for truth and freedom. Do not ask us to feel sorry for you Trump supporters, at least for the next 2 hours or so. All right, because what is going on in this country of ours is disgusting. It's downright embarrassing. And I'm almost at a point where I'm ashamed to actually tell people. They go, when you're traveling in and out of other countries, they got to give them your passport. I'm almost ashamed to actually have to open up my, luggage and hand that passport over to these people, because the moment they see that it's an American passport, just this utter embarrassment that's coming across, right? I've never been so embarrassed to be an American in my life. I thought Donald Trump's first term in office was, I thought America woke up, but no, where we're at right now, we're heading towards a 1929 style depression, David Hasselhoff, and you know it. One being led by Elon Musk and Donald Trump. They're sending this country off of a financial cliff. Yesterday, they had a cabinet meeting, and, they always like to talk about protecting the kids. And I saw RFK in there. Trump calls him Bobby, whatever that means. When you call somebody Bobby, that means you got a very nasty relationship. I don't know what Bobby is selling Trump, but whatever it is, it shows. And they told him about a measles outbreak that's occurring in this country of ours, and a child has lost their life. Yeah, a child has lost their life as a result of not being vaccinated. And who do you blame for that? Oh, you blame the people that are out here lying to people and saying vaccines don't work. Yeah. Also, what are we really focused on in this country? How about cuts to your Social Security and cuts to your Medicaid? And we'll talk about it in just a second, but has anyone seen the unemployment numbers that just came out today? Has anyone seen that? Oh, it is terrible. So let's get started with the update on the unemployment numbers. This comes right off of Hakeem Jeffries' X page. We call it Twitter where I'm from, because I don't call it X. Actually, I'm going to start calling it Twitter, because it was Twitter when I got on it. And when it was Twitter, it was a nice app. But where it's at now, oh no. So I'm on what they call Twitter, which is where truth comes out of the platform. I call it Twitter. All right, let's listen to what Hakeem Jeffries posted. And this is meet Katina Moss, a small business owner from Richmond, Virginia. And she has a story. It's a wake-up call it's a wake-up call for most Americans. Listen up.
Hello, everyone. And thank you for having me here today. My name is Katina Moss, and I live in Richmond, Virginia.
Go ahead.
I am one of the more than 630,000 Virginians who will be kicked off Medicaid if Republicans in Congress get their way.
You hear that?
Yes, that's right. They want people like me to lose our health care.
Wow.
In order to pay for Donald Trump's tax cuts for the rich. As a Gen Xer with elderly parents, Medicaid supports my family's well-being. It allows me to run my own business.
Right.
care for my parents, and still have health care for myself.
Right.
Medicaid works.
It does.
But now,
Go ahead, sister. Get it on out there. Get it on out there.
Republicans in Congress are looking high and low for ways to pay for another round of tax handouts for billionaires like Elon Musk. And their eyes are locked in on Medicaid.
Why?
Millionaires and billionaires do not need any more handouts.
You hear
And
that?
federal lawmakers should not be entertaining
Thank you.
the thought of ripping health care away from millions of people like me
Thank you. Go
in
ahead.
order to pay for this upside down tax plan.
Go ahead. Get it out, sister.
Virginia is one of 9 states with automatic trigger language that says if the federal government goes back on its promise and reduces funding for Medicaid expansion even by 1%, then the entire program ends and everyone in the expansion population loses our health care.
Wow.
That is not only wrong
Evil.
as a matter of public policy, but it is also cruel.
It is.
Healthcare should be a right for everyone.
There you go.
For everyone. Not a privilege for the wealthy few.
That part.
We should be focused on strengthening programs like Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act
That part.
instead of trying to undermine them for bad, irresponsible tax plans. So thank you, Leader Jeffries.
Thank you.
And my own Congresswoman Jennifer McClellan for being healthcare champions.
Thank you.
Healthcare champions in Congress.
Thank you.
I am ready to fight alongside you
Yeah.
to protect our care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're all ready to fight alongside Miss Katina Moss, right? And the reason that I'm hammering this point home is because I understand that Donald Trump and Mike Johnson and the MAGA Republicans, they continue to go out here and say it's the Democrats and we're not making cuts. And you Trump supporters, y'all still falling for the okie doke. I've heard Trump supporters, honestly, they're so deep in the cult, they'll say, Zeus, I guess it is time for me to get off of Medicaid and get out here and get a real job. This is how defeated they are. They would rather do that than to fight for themselves. This is pure evidence that you are in a cult, because then you could turn around and say, well, if you feel that way, why didn't you do that under Joe Biden? Why didn't you just get off the couch under Joe Biden? What was preventing you? And then you know what they do? Crickets. So we got to educate these people, because clearly I started to understand they can't think for themselves. That's why they are on Medicaid. W Zeus in the chat. And I hate to say that. I really hate to say that. But at a certain point, you folks out there that are on Medicaid that think this is a good idea, ask yourself, maybe that's why I shouldn't be thinking anymore, because look at what I'm convinced. Look at what they've been able to manipulate you. And these are some evil people, because you shouldn't take advantage. You really shouldn't take advantage of people that can't think for themselves. Okay. But you got these people out here because they love Donald Trump's dirty diaper, going along with this. It's like just walking and jumping off of a cliff. It's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. So we're going to hammer this point home. Who else is going to help us hammer this point home? Oh, how about Nancy Pelosi? Let's go ahead and get it. Because, Nancy Pelosi, she's from out here in the Bay Area. And, whenever we get a plug for Nancy Pelosi, we're going to do it.
I bring you greetings from the Democrats in the Congress. But what I want to say to you is that last night was horrible. Last night, the Congress passed one of the worst bills ever, giving big tax cuts to the richest people in America and corporations at the expense of Medicaid, SNAP, and other initiatives.
This is Nancy.
This is so wrong, and adding $4 trillion to the national debt.
Wow.
We cannot let this stand. Even members on the Republican side told their leadership, I could lose my seat if I vote for this.
They know it.
And why? Because of the assault that it makes on Medicaid. Medicaid is supported by Democrats independents and Republicans in high numbers. So it's really important for you all to know that one Democrat voted for that bill.
Thank you.
Hakeem Jeffers, that leader, kept us unified. Not one Democrat voted for that bill. But it's a bill that the Republicans are going to have to pay and pay for
Get 'em, Nancy.
because of what it does.
Thank you.
70 million people depend on for health care on Medicaid. Poor children, yes, and that would justify all. But it's a middle income benefit too because of what it does for middle income families who need long-term care for their seniors. It's for people with disabilities
Thank
at every place in our economy.
Get it out.
So it's really important.
Thank you.
One member from California has 500,000 people. Of the 800,000 people he represents, more than half of them are on Medicaid.
Wow.
And he voted for this bill. You can be sure we will be educating his public to that effect.
Okay.
So nonetheless, we fully intend to win the House.
Thank you.
And we're going to be out there just as we were in 2018. Ben Wickler was one of the leaders, and so many of you on this call too,
Hit him with it.
on this Zoom too,
Thank you.
to help us win the House with the Democrats by fighting like 10,000 events across the country.
Thank you.
Ben in the lead on that, telling their stories,
Thank you.
telling their stories, and that was what made the success.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's Nancy Pelosi, Emerita, Speaker of the House, really hammering home the point. All right, Zeus lives in the fiery pits of hell. Oh, Ezekiel, send me a guest request. I'll address that. And there's nothing biblical about you, Ezekiel. If I were you, I'd change your screen name. All right, you're just as ridiculous as Trash Bait. Maybe that is Trash Bait. I don't know. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we'll do is we'll get one of the first rounds of booze and shame and sending Trump supporters straight to hell out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and warm up the lake of fire, especially for you, Ezekiel, all right, because you really are out of line. You talking about signs. Well, I got a sign for you, Ezekiel. How about you go straight to hell? And all Trump supporters who support this ridiculous Republican bill, you know what they should do? They should just go ahead and call it an Elon bill and put Elon Musk's face on it, right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send all these Trump supporters who still support this bill, despite the fact that it's proof positive that it's going to be very harmful to them. They're still going to support it anyway because they don't value their life. Let's go ahead and send them straight to hell. One more.
Silence, you MAGA Daily.
Ezekiel, maybe this is your first time to my broadcast. I got a couple of things to say to you, champ. Well, first of all, I already know what's going on up here in terms of your intelligence because Donald Trump already told us.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Which one is it, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the Trump supporters? Because they won't answer the question. But when Donald Trump says this about them, could you all tell me which one it is?
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Which one is it? Could someone tell me which one is it when you're talking about MAGA? I don't know. Both. It's both. That's part. All right, W to the chat. Because it was funny at first, but I'm really concerned. You got to be both of those to openly say, yes, take me off of Medicaid and make me get out here and work. We talk to these people and I go in, would you be willing to get out and work in the fields and pick up, because they want to do the mass deportations, right? And these people that are doing that work, that's hard back-breaking work. And you would never do it. That's why they're doing it at the rate they're doing. And so now these Trump supporters, they know what Donald Trump is doing is cutting their water off. And I've given you all a lecture on having your water cut off. That's when they come to your house because you're not paying your water bill and the phone calls aren't working. Hey, you're 2 months late. Can you get? No, that doesn't work. And eventually the water company, they get tired of it and they show up at your house. They go right to the curb, open up that thing, and they get the pliers out or whatever that tool is, and they cut your water off. All right. That's serious. And this is what Donald Trump is doing to these Trump supporters. And they will sit there and cheer the water. Please cut our water off. it was time for us to have it cut off anyway and live like a bunch of savages. So that's when I said there has to be something going on upstairs in the minds of these Trump supporters. And it's right. You're right. You're right. It is this.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
It is that. Because nobody in their right mind would do such a thing. Liberals spewing total nonsense just to generate views. Oh, Yellow Lunchbox, come on up here. If you don't mind, Yellow Lunchbox, please. If you don't mind. Because I was in the middle of my, you all tell me that. They say, Zeus, you need to get a job. Well, I show up every day on time on TikTok, don't I? Well, okay, 5 minutes late, you got me. But I show up every day, Monday through Friday, same time, same Zeus channel. And they tell me I need to get a job. Well, you see me at work and you still say it. So that's why I say Donald Trump's right.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
I sent them an invite. Mods, I sent this knucklehead an invite and they didn't they didn't accept. So please feel free to put them in a straight jacket. Goodbye, Yellow Bus. Goodbye. No, I'm gonna keep hammering home this point about Medicaid and Medicare, because you know who else got on TV yesterday on one of my favorite platforms. I do watch a lot of CNN, but I check around and I see other Speaker Mike Johnson. He got
This
on.
is what I hope.
Speaker Mike Johnson got on CNN yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, and I tell you, this guy. I did a video about it, but it's just amazing to me that Mike Johnson can get on national television like this and lie. And so what I want to make sure I communicate to all of you, when they say fraud, waste, and abuse in the government, what they are talking about is MAGA. All right? Trump supporters, Trump voters, veterans, people. That's what they mean when they say fraud, waste, and abuse. Okay? So listen to how Caitlin Collins, she's really trying to get Mike Johnson to come clean. And, he has to toe that line. But if you can pay attention to what is not being said, you'll be able to pick up on the clues. Let's listen to what Mike Johnson said about cutting Medicaid.
Who are Medicaid recipients to make sure they are not illegal aliens. That's another big carve out that we will make to save a lot of money. There are a lot of places to find efficiencies in these programs and ensure they're going to the people they're intended to help. If we don't do that, these programs aren't going to remain solvent. And so that's a big part of the equation here.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, because you talk about waste, fraud, and abuse that you're going to look at instead of making cuts otherwhere. But last year, between Medicaid and Medicare combined, there was about $100 billion in improper payments. Now, no one is excusing that or fraud or any waste and abuse, but you're looking for much larger than that. So where is the other $780 billion going to come from?
Thank you.
Well, look, we're talking about cuts that are in the range of $2 trillion, but you're also talking about the whole of the federal government. We're going to involve 11 different committees of jurisdiction in this process. So all this attention is being paid to Medicaid because that's the Democrats talking point. We're talking.
So he's always, you see how you try, soon as we catch you, because the numbers don't lie, then you want to bring up the Democrats. The Democrats are not in control. Mike Johnson, nice try, but everyone and their mama knows the Democrats are not in control, and the Democrats aren't even trying to get this thing to go through. They're trying to stop it. But you keep bringing up the Democrats because it's the boogeyman. It's the boogeyman to a lot of these Trump supporters. It's the most bizarre stuff they do.
A massive piece of legislation that looks at all of the fraud, waste, and abuse across the government and looks at programs that we do need to eliminate that isn't talking about health care for people that are relying upon that. Look, everybody needs to watch the process play out. We passed the budget resolution last night. It is merely a framework to set up what will come the reconciliation process.
Okay.
It's going to take us 5 or 6 weeks probably to dig through all those details and come up with the final proposal. So everybody just reserve judgment, watch us work, and you'll like the final product. I'm very excited about the moment that we're at.
You're excited.
You say Democrats are lying when they say you're going to cut Medicaid. The plan that you passed does instruct the House Energy and Commerce Committee to find $880 billion in cuts, right?
Uh-oh.
That's right. That's one of the
And so how did they get
Caitlin,
$880 billion in cuts from that committee without touching Medicaid?
Because ENC has the broadest jurisdiction of any committee in Congress. It covers everything, energy and commerce. The name indicates how broad the jurisdiction is.
But it's not enough.
I challenge you or anybody on your staff, Do a word search for Medicaid on the resolution that we passed last night. You will not find it. That is not part of this equation. Okay,
and we'll
we're
get to
talking
that.
about finding efficiencies in every program,
We'll get to that in
but
just a
not
second.
cutting benefits for people who rightly deserve that. Working requirements, work requirements for Medicaid. That is something that is public opinion polls almost 90%. You don't want able-bodied workers on a program that is intended, for example, for single mothers with 2 small children who's just trying to make it. That's what Medicaid is for, not for 29-year-old males sitting on their couches playing video games. We're going to find those guys and we're going to send them back to work. That's what everybody supports. That's what the Republicans are for. And by the way, we find dignity in our work. That's going to...
You hear that? Right there. Mike Johnson is looking for 29-year-old males who voted for Donald Trump who are on Medicaid. And he wants you to get off your rusty dusty and get to work. Think about that. Now, I want you 29-year-old male to ask yourself, how did I end up on Medicaid? You got to ask yourself, because you weren't born like that. Something triggered all of this, and now it was determined that you needed to be on it. And yeah, they're telling you they're not cutting anybody's Medicaid, but you know what they look at you like, you 29-year-old male playing video games, because something clearly allowed you to qualify for it. Something had to have happened. To them now, you're just fraud, waste, and abuse. And the sad part about this, actually it's irony, is most likely you voted for Donald Trump, and most likely you're in a red state. Now I'm going to move to this last part about this Medicaid thing. I'm so sorry to put you all through this, but I believe because this impacts not just MAGA, it impacts Americans all across the board. I felt like we had to take it to this level this morning because I want Trump supporters to understand why Democrats are very worked up and why we're more united than ever. As a matter of fact, W in the chat for the Democrats. W in the chat for the Democrats. Because what we're not going to do is we'll never surrender, especially when you start talking about the real work that needs to be done to save this great country of ours. So if you are curious, MAGA, on why the Democrats are hammering this point home. Oh, wait. Michelle. Michelle, would you please come up here real quick, Michelle? I don't want to assume you're a Russian bot, all right, Michelle, but you wrote in the chat, the fact that you're against this tells me enough. Michelle, I know what your comment just said, all right? And I'm going to give you one last chance before I send you straight to hell, Michelle. You got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Michelle, you didn't accept my guest request. All right. Mods, please do with her as you wish. All right. I could care less. Michelle, I'm going to do this. I was in the middle of something very important, but I feel like, you know what? We got to send another MAGA demon straight to the pits of hell. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Michelle, the fake Christian. All right. And you know she's a Christian because she knows how they God love, you know, her profile, God, Patriot, Church. Michelle, go to hell. Number one, because you voted for Donald Trump. And if you haven't been paying attention, Michelle, the Epstein files are supposedly going to come out today. And if Trump isn't in there, you know that's a pile of you know what. And then the Trump administration, ladies and gentlemen, I opened up the newspaper this morning and they're bringing the Tate brothers in. And I said, wait a second. So you're just going to bring the stuff you preach against right into this country to terrorize Americans? Michelle, do us a huge favor. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Michelle, deranged Michelle. She's voting to have her rights stripped. Michelle, go look up the SAVE Act, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's send her straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Hey, Michelle, you know what I figured out about you?
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Yeah, and to the people that have a problem with the way that I'm running my show, you must not have heard the message at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. Now, anybody want to feel froggish like Michelle and Leap? Go right ahead. I got tools for that. All right. All right. Between me and my mods, we're going to catch you and we're going to make sure justice is served this morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, W to the mods, W to all the Democrats. Now, let me wrap up this part about Medicaid. All right. And then I'll go to the box and talk to whoever wants to come up here and actually be honest, especially MAGA. All right. Just send me a guest request or put a 1 in the chat. Let's go. And this is from Brian Tyler Cohen. You know, you should check out his videos. All right. And he's talking to Congressman Brendan Boyle discussing the Republicans' plan to cut Medicaid and food stamps. Remember that gentleman that came on my show and said, Zeus, show us where they're saying they're going to make cuts to Medicaid and food stamps. Notice he hasn't been around lately, ladies and gentlemen, because he knows we were right. All right, let's listen up.
Plausible deniability is that, in fact, they're not seeking to cut any of these programs because the budget itself just seeks to cut committee budgets. So can you explain the bait and switch that they're pulling right here?
Listen up.
Republicans are making an unbelievably dishonest and disingenuous argument. Steve Scalise, for example, and others were making it just yesterday. They were saying, look through the document. You won't even find the word Medicaid. Democrats are lying. It is total BS, and here's why.
Why?
In their document, some 58 pages, people can easily go online and read it. It has directions to each committee of jurisdiction, again, either to increase spending or, for most of them, decrease spending. The direction to the Energy and Commerce Committee is cut spending by $880 billion. Now, what does Energy and Commerce have control over?
Medicaid.
And it has control over a few other things, but here's the thing. If you really didn't want to cut Medicaid, and you instead wanted to cut 100% of everything else Energy and Commerce has jurisdiction over, guess what?
What's that?
That doesn't come anywhere close to $880 billion. In fact, it only gets you about halfway there.
Oh.
So even if, and they're not going to do this, but even if they eliminated everything that Energy and Commerce has control over except for Medicaid, by definition, they would have to still cut Medicaid by hundreds of billions of dollars.
Thank you.
So make no mistake about it. They are cutting Medicaid. And remember, the $880 billion figure that's in their budget resolution,
Go ahead.
it says a minimum of $880 billion. That's a floor, not a ceiling. Ooh. So it could go well north of $1 trillion.
Wow.
But even if it doesn't, make no mistake about it, these are the biggest cuts to Medicaid in American history.
Wow.
In other words, it is a...
Wow. Did you catch that? This is Brian Tyler Cohen speaking to Congressman Brendan Boyle. You could go check them out. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how else to make it crystal clear other than to show you what's really going on, showing you what the Republicans, MAGA, is doing to try to throw you off of their scent, and then give you the breakdown the way Congressman Brendan Boyle just did. Okay, so there should be no confusion about what's going on. They're not going to tell you directly, MAGA, that they're doing this. But if you put the puzzle pieces together, you should be able to use what I call deductive reasoning and come to a reasonable conclusion. All right, and you got to also understand, they know a lot of you didn't graduate the 3rd grade. They know a lot of you are sitting on that couch watching Fox News, and you're not that brilliant. But they know that you hate Democrats. And as long as they say something about the Democrats, they'll get you to jump right off of a cliff and destroy yourselves. All right. So listen up, ladies and gentlemen. We got somebody to send straight to hell. OK, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and warm up the lake of fire one more time and send these Trump supporters straight to hell. Because listen, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Is that what they say? Well, you can lead MAGA to the truth, to the facts, but you can't make them think. Let's send them straight to hell.
Silence!
Thank you.
MAGA.
All right. Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got more content to get through. You know, I wanted to talk about why France is... Did you hear this news? Go look this up, please, by the way, because sometimes I got to dibble and dabble in foreign affairs. France could send nuclear-armed jets to Germany. This is what's going on in the outside of the United States. While we're here fighting for Medicaid, Donald Trump is hell-bent on getting us into World War IV. I call it World War IV because according to Trump supporters, Biden got us into World War III, right? So what is Trump getting us into? I thought we were supposed to be going towards a path for peace. But now France is sending nuclear jets to Germany. Wow. So we could talk about that too. But you know what? Let's open up the box. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. And I'll bring you right on up here. And what I like to do is I like to go back and forth between people who support Donald Trump. And then I go talk to others who are, you know, what I call free thinkers. All right. Because this country, whether you Trump supporters want to admit it or not, you know it just like we know it. We are heading towards a 1929 style depression, and it's because of Donald Trump. We got measles outbreaks. We have egg shortages, right? Don't we got egg shortages? A child lost their life because of measles, by the way. I thought you wanted to protect the kids. We have tuberculosis. Yeah, that's out there now. We have airplanes falling out of the sky, almost running into each other. I mean, you name it, everything is on the menu. And now the Tate brothers are being brought into the United States to do God knows what. So put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, and I'll bring you right up. All right? Put a 1 in the chat, and I'll bring you right on up. Hello, Zena. Nice to see you. All right? Gas is going up. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat. We don't got all morning to do this, ladies and gentlemen. It's just saying, you know what I do. Put a 1 in the chat, MAGA. All right. And don't pretend like all of a sudden you have nothing to say, because I see you in the chat. You see them in the chat the whole time I'm talking. The whole time I'm talking. Spam. I ask them to come up. No, I don't want to come up. Why? Because you know what's about to happen. Yeah, I told you I'm a dangerous man. W Zeus in the chat. And actually, W to the Democrats as well, because it's not just me. The energy that I have this morning and every morning, it's not me. It's the spirits of all the Democrats on, you know, that we talk to. You know, I just have the ability to summon it and get it out the way that it needs to get out there. All right, because make no mistake, we will never ever surrender to a tyrant like Donald Trump, the great. I just sent you a guest request, champ. The great did not feel so great because I sent them a guest request, and you see what happened. They decided, you know what? Maybe I had to think twice. All right, let me try Derek. Derek, all right, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I do. I'm one of the fairest hosts on TikTok, to be quite honest. Quiet as it is kept, I actually let MAGA get the thought out so that we can unpack it and see if there's any, ability to be rehabilitated. All right, so good morning, Derek. How are you?
Hey, doing pretty good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. So you voted for Donald Trump?
Sure did.
What part of the country are you in, Derek?
I'm around Illinois.
All right, you're in Illinois. Now, are you one of these voters that used to, you voted for Obama and you voted Democrat before, one of those voters?
Nope. The only time I voted Democrat was for Clinton.
Okay, great. I just wanted to double check that because I don't buy it when people say I used to be a Democrat. So I don't want that to be an excuse. All right. Now, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you on a headset or something? Because people are saying that they can't quite hear you.
Hold on, man.
Huh?
I said, hold up just a second.
Okay, that's a little better. So, is he in the trunk? Oh my God, W to the chat, because I think you all get it. You all get how to deal with these situations. All right, I think you all get it because you got to keep it clean. Derek.
Okay, number one, Trump didn't have nothing to do with egg prices. He only been in there for a month. I heard you say something about egg prices are going up.
Yeah, what are your egg prices where you're at?
Well, I got my own chickens, so they zero. But where I'm at, they're probably about I think about $4.25. But gas has come down where we at. It comes from it came from $2.89 to $2.59. You can go on my TikTok page and look. I did a video on it.
Okay. No, I'm going to go look on your page for a second. Now, do you understand why I'm upset about the egg prices? And the grocery prices. Do you remember?
Yeah, but you know why the egg prices are high?
Why?
Because they unlived all them chickens, thought they had bird flu in them.
And that's
come on, don't go Google it, go check it.
Well, okay, I'm looking for something else, but you know what? I'll just go off of my memory. Donald Trump said during his campaign trail that the moment he gets into office, grocery prices, it's a beautiful word, it's a simple word, groceries would begin to go down. You remember that?
Yes, he said a bunch of stuff.
Okay, so so you see the problem now, right?
Well, no, not really.
Okay, so has he passed any executive orders to bring the egg prices down, Derek?
He's only been in there. Look, man. He's only been in there for 30 days. What you really expect for the man to do?
Okay, great question. Has he started doing the mass deportations?
I guess he has.
So no. You were supposed to say no. He's only been in there for 30 days. So, but you didn't say that when I asked about mass deportations, did you? See how I caught you? See how I caught you?
No.
See how I caught you?
No, I don't worry about them. Why should I worry about them? I don't care if they go back, if they stay.
Okay, but my point is, Derek, you can't use the excuse that he's only been in there for 30 days because he's bragging on his social media platform right now that he's had the most successful 30 days of any president.
He's been bragging for 8 years.
Yeah. So is he lying?
He lies and he tells the truth. I'm not taking up with a man. Like I say, I don't really like some of the stuff he says, but I'm just giving you my opinion. The Democrats is not going to like him. When they hear the word Trump, they go crazy. I can put my Trump hat on and I can go live.
Show me your Trump hat. You have a Trump hat? Hold on, Derek. I'm going to send you a camera request. You said you could put your Trump hat on and do. And
I don't know where I got it in here. Where it's in the car. Yeah.
Okay. So you're just up here saying stuff that you know is a lie.
How is it a lie, man?
Because you don't have a Trump hat.
Oh Lord, hold on a damn minute.
Okay, fine. Because don't just talk about it. Honestly, be about it. While you're getting that Trump hat, Derek, I just want
it right here.
Okay, well turn your cat on. Turn your camera on. I sent you a request. All right.
Yeah, I just got back from the hospital. I got a relative that's in there, so.
Okay. Because see, and I'm glad you're being an authentic American this morning on the show because this is what I need to see more of. And the hospital. Would you happen to be on Medicaid?
Yeah, I just started getting Medicaid. I didn't have none. Hold on a minute, brother. And then before you drop me down,
I'm gonna let you get your camera shot in because I want to see fraud, waste, and abuse this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Derek is about to show us fraud, waste, and abuse. Did you get my camera invite, Derek? All right, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna send it to you again. Just hit OK, accept.
You connected.
This is fraud, waste, and abuse right here, Derek. You know why I call you? I don't see you, Derek. I'm gonna send you the request again. It says
you can't see that.
Did you accept the invite?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Derek.
Look, man, I'm not playing. Look at me. I do pie-bar lives. Okay, this is what I want to say, and then you can drop me. The reason why I voted for Trump,
Derek.
No, all y'all Democrats, y'all do these platforms. I go, wait a minute. Now just listen to me.
I haven't said anything, Derek. Who are you talking to? I haven't even said a thing. You're literally babbling against yourself.
No, I'm talking to you.
You keep talking and then going, wait a minute, and I'm like, dude, I haven't even said a thing.
Yeah, because most of the time they drop people. Y'all will bring Republicans up, and y'all want to just talk to them for a minute, and then it's going to be y'all's way or no way, and then y'all drop them.
Derek, I'm one of the most fairest hosts that you'll ever run across. I literally am giving you the ability to say whatever you need to say, because that's not what I do. What I am trying to do, Derek, is cast the MAGA demon out of folks like yourself, because you don't know any better. You get what I'm trying to say to you?
Don't know better.
You honestly don't know any better, because you just told me you just got on Medicaid, but then at the same time, you're not following what's happening, which is
What is happening? Why do I worry about what's happening? I don't care if they send the illegals back or if they stay over here. All I,
didn't
worry
ta-
about.
I'm not talking about illegals right
Yeah,
now.
you did.
Illegal
See, I just
immigrants.
said it. Yeah, you
Illegal.
did.
I'm not
They
talking about
started
illegal
deportation.
immigrants,
You
sir.
said if they started deportation, that come out of your mouth.
I'm talking about Medicaid. The whole part of my show at the
No,
very
Lord.
beginning, sir, was all about Medicaid, and I'm trying to help you see the light. You're about to possibly be cut off. Your water
I know
is
you
about your water, I'm talking about Medicaid, is about to possibly be cut off because of the person you support, Donald Trump.
It will never happen. It will never happen. You be my friend. Let's be friends. I mean, we ain't got to talk, but let's be friends for the next 3 years. And let's
Now
see
you want to be
who's
my
right.
friend. Okay,
Well,
you
I
know,
won't be everybody's
you know what
friend.
friends do to each other, right? You know, and that's
I
why I
won't-
don't really like that idea, because friends do things behind each other's back that's
I
very
ain't gonna do
painful.
nothing to you,
No,
brother.
okay,
I'm not
okay,
gonna-
okay. So let's reset this again. I want to make
Okay,
sure.
let's start over.
Okay, I want to make sure you and I are on the same page about why I'm up here. We have a situation in this country right now. I have family members that are on Medicaid right now, and a lot of people in the audience have people that are on Medicaid. They might be on Medicaid themselves. They could be on Social Security. And the Republicans are cramming through what I call Elon Musk budget. And in it's going to be some major cuts to programs like Medicaid and Social Security. Why on earth, Derek, would you still support Donald Trump when you know that's what he's trying to do and it has a direct impact on you that's harmful? Why would you do that, brother?
Why would I do it? Why would I vote? Why not?
Did you hear my question?
Yes, I heard.
What
You
was
said-
my question?
You said you had family, but you said a lot. You said your family was out. You had some
No,
family members.
that was me
Why do I
saying
wanna
things.
vote? Why do I want to vote for somebody? The one is twisted, dude.
No. Repeat the question so I can make sure, because if
All you want me to do is just to answer
Derek,
your question. what you say.
Derek, I'm trying to have a decent conversation, American to American.
Okay,
And
let's
there's
start
and well, shoot, we've started over at least 10 times. We've started over 10 times. So, Derek, I don't want to go there because you know what I do. There's judgment. Judgment awaits. Somebody has to go to hell, and I'm trying to give you one more chance. Do you understand that Donald Trump is trying to cut Medicaid and Social Security? Yes or no?
No,
Why don't you understand it?
because they've been wanting to cut Social Security and Medicaid for the last 40 years. They're not going to cut it, brother.
Okay.
Medicaid is not going nowhere.
Okay.
I own my own business. And like I said, Medicaid, Social Security is not going to go nowhere.
Okay, so what do you understand is going on with this budget that includes the framework for Medicaid to be cut? What do you understand about that?
It's not
Because
gonna
that actually, you might be right, 40 years, but let's be honest. Donald Trump has a House, he has the House, he has the Senate, and he has a mandate, and that hasn't happened in 40 years. So it's a little different this time. You know what I mean?
That's because
No, it's different. It was so
okay, it's different. I agree with you. Okay, it's different.
Thank you.
That's what you want me to agree with everything you say, but then again, you don't want to look at the bright side of what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I'll look at the bright side of you getting your Medicaid cut. Go for it.
They're not going to cut it, dude.
Did you hear Mike Johnson say they're looking for fraud, waste, and abuse?
Hell, they've been looking for years, dude. They're not going to cut no Medicaid. They're not going to cut no Social Security. Trust me, man.
Okay, so you hear them talking about fraud, waste, and abuse.
They've been talking about that for 15, 20 years.
So you think this is all just a ruse?
It's just talk. They're not going to cut Medicaid. They're not going to cut Social Security. And
So,
the reason why
Mike,
they want
Derek,
No.
let me tell you
Oh,
what they
no.
have. Let me show you what they've done. So Trump has already passed executive orders that froze federal funds, and you know about what they're doing with USAID, right?
I don't worry about the S.
No, Derek. You know what they're doing right now. They're doing mass layoffs. Have you seen the unemployment numbers that came out It's actually up today. It's what, 242,000 people applying for unemployment. They're not kidding, Derek. This isn't a game. Derek, this isn't a game. So your best defense is just to bank on the fact that they haven't done it for 40 years. So you think it's possibly not going to happen. And from what I heard, you are also a small business owner.
Yeah, and it's not going to happen.
Okay,
Medicare-
Derek, this is why I got to do what I got to do, because that's the demonic force over you. You
No,
still
it's what you want to do.
no, because if it wasn't going to happen, then we probably wouldn't even be talking about this. We'd be talking about mass deportations. We would be talking about airplanes falling out of the sky. We'd probably even be talking
They
about.
falling out of the sky. They was falling out of the sky before Trump become president.
All right, Derek. So
Yeah, but was they? Was they? Yes or no?
the
Yes or
offer.
no?
Listen, the offer. The
Yes
offer.
or no? No.
No,
answer my
no.
question.
I
They
said
was
no.
president.
I said
Yeah, they
no.
was. Yeah, they
I
was.
said no. And as a matter of fact, Derek, I didn't want to do this to you.
It don't matter.
I
Man,
didn't want
love
to.
you.
I didn't want to do this to you. Are you a Christian at all?
Yes, I'm a Christian. That's why I don't worry about it. Jesus is my boss. I don't worry about no man. But anyway, like I say, brother, I love you, and hey, look, I'll continue following you. We can be friends just because our opinions don't agree.
Okay.
I do agree, but I do agree this. I don't believe in everything. I mean, I don't like a lot of stuff that Trump talks about. I don't like a lot of stuff that
Well,
he.
answer me this, wise one.
wait,
Answer me.
no,
Answer me this, wise one. How does Jesus was an immigrant, right?
I know Jesus was homeless.
Wasn't he an immigrant?
Well, I guess we all immigrants in a way.
He was.
I guess we all are.
Did Jesus have to fill out passport paperwork whenever he went to and fro to Galilee and other
Lord
nations?
have mercy.
He
No,
didn't have to,
no,
did he?
No,
He-
no, he
okay,
didn't have to.
okay.
But
I
hey,
just wanted to put that on you. I just wanted to put that on you. Let me go ahead a little deeper. All right.
Wait a minute.
No, because you said you Christ-like.
I am. No.
Okay.
No, he didn't have to fill out no papers. He didn't have to do nothing, but he had to come here and give his life for us. That is what he dedicated. That was his passport. Was
Okay.
coming here.
So he
Okay.
paid the ultimate price, so you wouldn't have
He
to. I
paid
get
it.
that. I get that. All right. Now, what about harming children? What did the Bible teach us about that? It said it's better. It said it's better a millstone is tied around your neck and you cast into the bottom of the sea than for you to get out here and start harming these innocent ones. You could go look
Yeah.
at. You remember? Because
I ain't got
your pastor was supposed to teach you that. And the
I
reason
don't-
that
I
and the
don't
reason
know
that I
about
bring
those
that and the reason that I bring that up, sir, is if you look at what the Republicans are doing, they're not doing anything to stop the pews from being in the school to hurt the kids, right? They ain't helping children get vaccinated or nothing. I just heard about a kid losing their life to measles. And it's like they're just taking food away from the children. You know what I mean? And you're actually supporting that. And it's the most bizarre thing. And then you come on my show, offer me friendship, and tell me you're a Christian. And then you say, I support evil. Because I call it evil when Donald Trump, he's not a moral person. He's immoral.
Okay.
He's immoral. He's immoral, right?
Okay, fine. Okay. now let me ask you-
Derek, is he immoral?
Can I not talk to you? What you gonna just? I mean, I know it's your show, and I respect.
Well,
you,
it's because it's overwhelming. The truth
but you
is.
won't let me talk.
Well, you're not answering my questions, Derek.
I answered your question. You asked,
It's-
was he
it's-
immortal?
okay.
I said yes.
Okay, and so you support an immoral person. Got it. Now, what's your point?
Well, it's not. It's like this. Do you think it's right to kill a baby that's in a mama's womb?
Unalive. Say unalive. You got to keep it clean.
That's right. I'm sorry, unalive. Do you think it's right to take a baby's life in a mama's when it's 4 months old? It's
do
a
you-
baby. Then.
Do you want my honest answer? And it's gonna
Are you
sting.
gonna-
It's gonna sting you.
It ain't gonna sting me.
Okay, you want my honest answer?
Yeah.
I do not think I have any authority over another human being's autonomy, right? And if a woman is going through something and it results in that, and she's got a doctor involved, I prefer that than for Big Zeus or a person like Derek to step in and say what thus says the Lord. You know why? Because then when you start quoting the Bible and saying thus says the Lord, my mind gets activated and I go, but Derek voted for an immoral person. So how is Derek picking and choosing which scriptures to, impose and then which ones to just simply say, oh, he was joking? You get what I'm saying? Derek, you get what I'm saying? What am I saying? What am I saying, Derek?
How do you think Trump's immoral? I mean, what gives you the right to judge him for being immoral?
Okay, how about this? What's this?
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
What did he say?
A lot of stuff.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Derek, come on now. You asked Derek.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Let's listen to it.
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
I just took, and I got so many other examples. He's cheated on all of his wives, right? He's cheated on every single. You know about Stormy Daniels and the hush money. You know about that?
Oh yeah, but okay now.
So do I need to talk about the felonies and the convictions and the indictments? Do I need to keep going?
I'm 68 years old. I know everything that's going on. Now let me ask you.
Wait a second. You just said you didn't know earlier, Derek. Earlier you said you wasn't paying attention. You don't keep up. Now you're 68 years old and you pay attention. Which one is it?
No, I don't. I do not keep up with all of it. But what about Joe Biden snipping them little girls? He's sitting there. I like to go swimming and the little girls come up and they'll curl up my little hairs on my legs, and I think that's a thrill. Okay. Have you heard that?
I have.
Okay, so what makes Trump different than Biden? What we got is what we got. It can't change. You asked me who did I vote for, and I'm just gonna give you.
Derek, because I'm gonna go back to the Joe Biden thing once you get done letting the demon manipulate you. All right, I'm gonna go back to that.
How come I'm a demon and you ain't a demon? Are you always right?
Look at this, Derek. You see this right there? You see what my hands just did? Can you see that?
Yeah, you went over your head.
Yeah, and you know what that means? That means no strings attached. I am not a hand puppet. W Zeus in the chat. Okay, W Zeus in the chat. No. So Derek, I want to go back to the Joe Biden in the comments. You know what? It's one thing to say something, but it's also another thing to actually do it. And we have more than enough evidence that Donald Trump did a lot of this. His best friend, Jeffrey Epstein. You don't have that on Joe Biden, bro. So let's just stop. And I asked you earlier, do not continue to justify corruption and evil and wickedness by saying Joe Biden and the Democrats. Joe Biden is a human being. He's an old man. And you know what? Old men like that, they got a pass. But you know what I appreciated about President Biden? You should say President Biden, by the way, when you refer to him. You know what I appreciated about... Listen, Derek, because I know you got to go finish your Cheez-Its and your Diet Coke and Fox News routine. So I'm just going to say what I needed to say. You know why I appreciated Joe Biden? Because he at least confronted his flaws, and he didn't continue.
Joe Biden didn't know where in the hell he was at.
Wasn't I talking?
Yeah, you was talking.
Okay, so why is it when I start telling Derek the truth, the demon just does a number on you and makes you look like you can't control yourself, Derek?
I control myself,
Derek.
But
you
know you got. But yeah, but you
Derek,
got to put it on both sides, Dave.
Derek, I'm going to finish what I was saying, and then I'm going to have to move it on. I'm going to say this: at least Joe Biden confronted his behaviors, and he was holding himself to a higher standard towards the end of his life. And I think that's the big lesson here. Donald Trump is not doing such a thing. You get what I mean? He continues to double, triple, quadruple down on his destructive, wicked behavior, and he doesn't care. Joe Biden never pardoned 1,600 people, some of whom assaulted law enforcement. Joe Biden never stole classified documents. You know what I'm trying to say? Joe Biden, this man spent a good amount of his life, over 50 years, serving his country. Do you understand that, Derek?
Okay. Yeah.
How dare listen?
Can I-
Listen, no. How dare
Am I not
you,
gonna get to
Derek?
talk?
You could talk, but how dare you insult a person that's shown through action they've loved their country? What more can a human being do than to serve their country? What more evidence do you need, Derek? Donald Trump didn't do that. You know who he's been serving? Himself. And then we find out, oh, it's a lot of fraud going on up in that business. You know, when he's inflating and deflating the value of his assets. Oh, you're falsifying business records. You see the problem here, Derek? The devil has done a number on your mind.
The devil is nowhere in my mind, brother.
All right. Well, how about this, Derek? Judgment awaits,
I'm
but
not
you know
letting
what?
you talk.
No.
Let me say a few words. No.
You know what I'm going to do, Derek? I'm going to bring
You're
up.
going to drop me.
No, Derek. Remember, I told you I'm a fair host. I'm the fairest host. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give someone else an opportunity to at least try to get their point across to you, Derek. Because
I want to say something before they start talking. Okay, I mean, I got a right to talk a little bit.
It depends.
Okay,
if you're being respectful,
I will
then
be respectful, brother. But you won't,
Okay, wait, hold on. Hey, Ange, how are you doing?
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, all right. I'm doing all right.
Greg?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Rambling on about a lot of things. What were you saying just now? I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, you fine. No, I just going to say, he was talking about all this stuff that Trump done. About well, like I say, I'm not. I don't want to get no. I'm not going to fuss because I don't care. But when Biden, about the last 2 years of Biden's he's been president. He never come out. He never gave a speech. If he did, it was about 3 or 4 minutes. And then when he got through, he couldn't answer no questions. He wanted to answer questions. Biden did not want to step down for president. They shoved him out. Hold on. They shoved him out. He wanted to answer questions, but his counter said, come on, let's go. No, can't take no, let's go. And they led him around like a puppet. But Biden would have had more chance of beating Trump than Harris would have had Trump. There was over 80 million people that voted for Biden in 2020.
Okay.
Wait,
hold up. No, hold up. Let me talk.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
How much more time you need, Derek? Seriously.
You Babylon.
Just to tell you the fact. In 2 months, who did they push out to be president?
Derek, I'm going to stop you. I'm going to give you a warning real quick. If you mention anything negative, no. I'm just going to give you a heads. I'm just trying to save you. If you mention anything negative about Kamala Harris, all hell is going to break loose on this live. I just wanted to let you know.
I wasn't saying negative, brother. You're not.
I just wanted to. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Zeus, it sounds like he has a case of Biden derangement syndrome.
Yeah, I guess I do. Y'all got Trump. Every time y'all hear Trump, but just let me get finished. Well, look here. Now, wait a minute. Y'all gonna let me talk?
How are we? You've been talking. Be quiet. How are we not? How are we not supposed to talk about Trump when he's the president and tearing our country down?
Thank you.
Do you see what I've put up? I'm sorry to go back to this, Zeus. I know you were talking about Medicaid. Which obviously you were one.
I'm not worried about Medicaid.
Derek.
We know.
Derek.
Right.
Medicaid, Social Security ain't going nowhere.
Derek.
Well, Medicaid
you're over talking a woman, Derek. Relax. That reflects.
Talking.
Thank you.
A long time. I was trying to be patient. Can you see what that says right there?
You want me to read it or Derek?
Can you see, Derek? Can you read that at all?
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay, read it to me, please.
About the bird flu.
Yeah, and what happened?
But it wasn't Trump's downfall. Trump's only been in there for 30 days. How the hell do you do with it?
Okay, so it started.
The Democrats is the one. The Democrats is the one that had over millions and millions.
You can't read,
Derek. Trump officials race to rehire bird flu employees as the egg prices skyrocket. So, okay, this has started, correct, before Trump. But How
It ain't
is this
started
going to
yet.
help when you fire all of these people from the FDA that are trying to help and research how to stop this?
Yeah,
They,
I
do you
don't
know how
know.
many?
I don't know. I got my own chicken, so I don't worry
I
about
don't
eggs.
care. Okay, that's fabulous for you. A lot of people don't. So now, how are we supposed to fix this when all of the people from not all, but multiple people from the FDA are fired and they can't even find them to hire them back, Derek?
Well, people really didn't want to work anyway.
Derek, that flies in the face of your claim that he's only been in there 30 days. This is proof right here. Trump did something in those so-called 30. Actually, it's more than 30 days.
He's done a lot.
This is okay. So Derek, it's time for you to apologize then, because Ange has done an outstanding job showing you proof that there's something Trump has done that's causing harm to this country.
And there are multiple sources. You can look them up. You just put it in your Google machine. You can look them up. It took me about 5 seconds, and multiple articles came up. Not just CNN and all of those things, The Independent, Political, all sorts of things.
Yep.
Oh, I know you have your chickens.
Yeah.
I know you have your chickens, and it's all about you because that's typically how MAGA is. But there are other people in the world.
You wrong, baby. You wrong.
No.
Why you call her baby? Why are you calling people baby?
It's just a habit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you baby. It's just a habit. Okay, y'all talk a little bit. I live in the country.
That ain't how we talk in the country, brother.
Well, wait a minute. Let me get finished.
You've been trying to get finished for a minute, and it ain't happening.
That's because I've been sitting there letting y'all
real
tell me
quickly,
how
typically.
W Ange in the chat.
There's people out here raise cows, they raise pigs, and what we do is we all help each other out. Like I got 40 chickens. That ain't me. No, wait a minute. Let me get finished. I will give my neighbors eggs. I'll let them have eggs. When they go unlive a pig or a cow, they'll give us meat. So we really got to worry about it. All right, y'all have a good day.
You're going way off on the tangent. Before you go, real quick, I want to bring this up.
Trump upset y'all so bad. People been talking about Trump for 8 years.
I have to mute Derek.
I just want to bring up one last topic.
Go ahead.
Did you hear about the gold card, Derek?
Yes.
Did you know
Derek?
about the gold card? Derek.
Hit Derek. Let me ask you to do it. Hit unmute Derek.
It's at that little microphone, Darren. Derek, down at the bottom.
Derek, I had to do something that I don't like to do because the MAGA demon was doing a number on you, bro, and I was concerned.
Right. Trump just tears y'all up so bad. Trump has been the most talked about man in the last 9 years, 24/7.
And how does that make you feel? You proud of that?
Yeah, it makes me feel proud because they don't talk about Biden. Hell, he's
leading us straight down to fascism, so that's the problem.
Trump,
when you mentioned Trump, look up the 14 times fascism. Put it in your Google machine. Again. One more.
What is a Google machine?
Yeah. So, Derek, your lack of intelligence is showing. So I would encourage you to just zip it.
But I didn't say I was smart. I didn't say I was.
Well,
smart.
duh. Okay, Derek. That was a good one, Derek. Because I'm glad you came to your listen. So if you're Derek. So if you're gonna go on the record and admit you're not that bright, what are we even talking about, bro? This conversation, I'm talking about high level stuff, and you are still getting stuck on the fundamentals. This is a waste. You know what, Derek? Get back to your farm. Get back to your farm. Get back to your nasty farm. What do you need to say to us intelligent people?
I didn't say I was.
You want to talk about AB again with a woman? I heard you bring that up.
Okay, but can I talk just for a minute? Trump.
Oh Lord, you're doing the weave. You're doing the weave.
Okay.
Derek.
First come to say he was going to run for president. He said he was not a presidential. He was a businessman. I'm not bright and I'm not smart, but I am a businessman.
This isn't a business, sir.
I own my own business.
Well, this isn't a business.
Almost 40 years. For 40 years, I have owned my own business, so I must be.
Why do they always own a business or five?
Go check my TikTok page out.
No.
You'll see.
I'm not going
Yeah,
to
go check
TikTok.
me out.
Derek,
I'm not going there.
Derek,
No.
what kind of business? I'm gonna take the bait real quick. What kind of business is such a non-intelligent person like you into?
I'm a farmer. I sell fruit and vegetables. I feed people.
Okay.
My TikTok page out. I'm not.
Okay.
fake.
How many
I'm a real
acres?
dude.
How many acres we got?
I got 4. I got more, but I got 3 kids. They got some. And I
Okay.
give. Look here. I help.
So you
people.
got 4 acres, and what kind of fruits are you growing? Because
It is-
I'm about to get there. Because I would hate to think you're the one out there picking those fruits. Who's doing it?
my friends.
And she said it's friends, and that's why. And no, so Derek, stop. And that's why I didn't want to be your friend, because you saw what he did, ladies. Zeus, we could be friends, and then what does he want? He wants to have me out there picking those produce on his 4 acres. Derek, you are a sick. Derek,
I didn't say nothing about you, brother. You say you wouldn't.
Derek, you are a sick and twisted human being, and I caught you red-handed.
Give me 2 minutes.
No, you've been trying to finish for a while.
Well, it's because y'all be adding stuff on. Look here.
You
I
finished a
told
long
you, I
time
live
ago,
in the
so-
country. I'll just listen just for 30 seconds.
Yeah, you might want to jump into the lake of fire.
Okay,
Because it's coming for you. Yeah, because you tried to trick me in like in the movie. In the movie Get Out.
Got a small population. No, wait,
Zeus,
I know your
Derek.
wife probably. Are you married? She tunes out when you go on this long. I'm just telling you.
my wife's very proud of me. But anyway.
No, she's not. No, she's not, Derek. And that, you know what? That's a lie. Derek, stop the lies. Derek.
I want to just quiet.
One more, and let's see what he got.
Real quick, because I always have an issue when men like you want to bring up AB to another man instead of talking about it with a woman. I see you had to bring that up.
I just asked him why did he talk, because he was sitting there wanting to. Look here. What I was trying to say was, I live in the country. It's a small community. We probably got, no, wait a minute.
I don't care. I grew up in
Will
a.
you let me get finished for a minute, ma'am?
Doesn't matter.
Ma'am.
Derek, I'm gonna be honest with you. You've been trying to finish for a while, and it ain't happening, champ. You can pop whatever you've been popping. It ain't gonna happen. Derek, did you hear what I just said?
Yes, but
you've been trying to finish for a minute, and it ain't happening. I don't know what you took this morning, Derek, but it ain't happening.
But anyway, like I said, I live in a community. You want to know about my friends picking? We share. Like I say, I give away. We give stuff to our neighbors. I give eggs. They give me sausage. They give me bacon. Wait a minute. We grow a garden. We grow a big garden. Everybody gets out there and everybody picks, and they have their fruit and their vegetables, their tomatoes, squash, okra. That's what I'm trying to say.
Woo!
Yeah.
Woo! Okay, Derek. All right, Derek. I've heard enough, Derek. All right, judgment.
He's not.
Hey, I appreciate it, my friend. I had fun, but still, let me leave you with this right here. When y'all hear the word Trump, it just makes y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Derek. Derek, I'm gonna leave you right there on the word Trump, Derek. I'm gonna leave you right there. Woo!
You got a ways to go. I tried to be kind.
Yeah, Derek the liar. Derek, he wants you to be your friend so he can lure you to his farm and then crack the whip on your back. All right, because that's what he does to his friends. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send this Trump supporter Derek straight to hell. Goodbye, Derek.
Silence, you MAGA Damon.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
That was that's proof positive that, you know what, there might be a lot of fraud, waste, and abuse on Social Security. So yeah, I'm actually in favor of cutting Derek right off. All right, W Zeus, W Ange in the chat. What a nutcase! Seriously, ladies and gentlemen, what a nutcase! All right, let's bring up our next panelist. All right, my brother Santana, W Santana, welcome to the show. Just unbelievable nonsense. How you doing, bro?
Listen, I wanted to just get with Derek for a second because I actually had a win for him. He had a W.
Really?
Zeus, yeah, listen,
Hit him with it.
He said that they're not going to touch Medicaid. He's right. They've admitted they're not touching Medicaid.
Right.
But what they did do in their budget is plan to cut $880 billion from the House and Energy Commerce,
Uh-oh.
which
Derek.
their budget includes Medicaid.
Mm.
Well, if they're cutting $880 billion from that $1.1 trillion budget, that
Yeah.
leaves a little over $220 billion left
Mm.
to completely fund everything. So, Derek, you're absolutely right. You are right. Technically, they're not touching Medicaid. But the people in charge of Medicaid have no choice because they're given a reduced budget
Mm.
to reduce Medicaid.
Thank you, W. Santana. The great, you're a Trump supporter. You want to talk to Santana? All right, put a one in the chat then. If you think people are up here lying, let me go ahead and send you an invite because these people don't know what the heck they're talking about. You see how we come with facts, data, and statistics over here, and all y'all do is y'all come up with dirty diapers, and it's not working.
Yeah.
Sick.
Listen, Zeus, I threw on my red hat today just to kind of lure them in a little bit, make them feel comfortable,
Yeah.
make them feel welcome. Because sometimes that's what you have to do for them to receive the information. They have
Yeah.
to feel safe.
Yeah, and they don't feel safe right now because they know that Donald Trump is about to cut their water off.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
this is what it's turned into. Put a one in the chat if you want to come up here and talk to Santana. All right. I mean, we don't know what you got to say, but it's just, to me, it's amazing. You think you know something. Michael, you're a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Oh, Michael, how are you?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Good. So, Michael, you are you comfortable and excited about the way that the country's heading?
Yes, I am. I'm from Maine.
You're from Maine. Okay.
Yes, I am. The governor sucks.
Oh, okay. Because the governor pushed back on your God King?
No, the governor sucks. She goes to drag shows.
Hey, Michael, don't do that. I don't want to hear identity politics. Plus, I have a good friend of mine, Ange. She was just up here. She was just up here, and she's from Maine, and that's not what she said when I spoke with her. And a lot of people.
What did she say? I just retired from Doe.
I'm gonna need you to relax, Michael, before it gets ugly.
I'm all relaxed.
Okay, you want to turn your camera on and show us?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. I like to look the demon in the eye. Oh, you don't even have the ability to go live.
No, I don't.
Okay, all right. So listen up, Santana and I. What we're going to do? This is a bit of a rehabilitation program. There's a little bit of this, a little of that, a little DEI training in it.
Zeus, you can't. I'm sorry, but you can't rehabilitate. I had a bullet to the head when I was 13, so no Dem policy can ever fix me because Dem policy have been fighting against me forever. I went to college. I work with special needs kids. I just retired working with special needs kids.
That's interesting. Listen, I think that's super commendable, right? I mean, we understand that there's a need for people to actually help those students with special needs. Question for you though, Michael. What do you think about eliminating the Department of Education?
Doe sucks.
Okay, so you want to eliminate the Department of Education, so you actually, or someone that actually work with special needs kids, understanding that the Department of Education specifically protects those special needs students, but yet you want to actually get rid of the Department of Education.
You guys only know what Doe does from the inside.
Michael, I'm going to slow you down. Now, you are way out of your league right now. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to relax.
How am I out of my league? If you guys, you work with Doe?
What?
Did you work with Doe?
What is Doe?
Department of Education. He's trying to shorten it.
No, okay.
Listen.
So listen, I gotta clean that up, Michael. DOE is Department of Energy.
Of Education.
No, DOE, Department of Ed is D.ED. You gotta, so you don't understand that DOE is the Department of Energy. That's why I'm telling you, relax. No, Department of Ed. Look in the chat. You don't know what the heck you're talking about, brother. So I need you to come into this conversation with a mind to learn.
I am.
and not a mind to burn.
Oh, go
okay, because
ahead.
you know what your
Do tell.
Go ahead, Santana. Please continue to minister to this lost soul right here. All right, because we got something for it.
I'm just trying to understand. I mean, if you have intimate knowledge of the Department of Education and you
Mhm.
firsthand have seen the actual needs of those students, you think that returning those needs back to the state level is what's going to benefit them. Those same states that can't actually manage their own budgets, that can't take care of their own needs of their constituents when it comes to making sure that they have clean water, can't make sure that they actually have supplies. I mean, you talk about states like Alabama that rank at the bottom as far as like healthcare and you know just quality of life, but you think that they're going to actually take care of those individuals that need those that additional assistance that the Department of
Hey,
Education is providing, and you think those
can I
states are
ask
going
you
to
a
take care of it?
question?
Sure.
Zeus, what's your name up top? Santana?
Yes.
Santana. I got shot in the head when I was
Hey,
13.
hey, listen, we heard that, and you know
No,
we don't
listen,
like
Zeus,
that,
shut
but we're
up.
not gonna.
Shut up for a minute. Let me talk.
Okay, well, you want me to do what you
No,
want me to do?
listen, let me shut
Okay,
up
okay,
for a minute.
okay, ladies and gentlemen. See, that's a mega demon right there, sir.
It was roaring out, Zeus. He couldn't help it. He couldn't fight
Yeah,
it.
I'm
He
gonna go
couldn't
ahead and
fight it.
warm that. Yeah, he couldn't. I'm gonna warm that up for him. All right, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you first of all you got in here and you did a little of this and you did a little of that and I caught you and I corrected you because you're supposed to correct people when they're in the wrong and give them a chance to repent. And I gave you a chance to repent and then you decided to go a different route. You went pure evil. Sir, I'm just gonna get straight to it. May you, Michael, yeah, that's the name. Michael, may you rest in hell. Care less.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Yeah, I don't know who you talk to like that, but you talking to the wrong ones. Seriously. You know what, You
Listen,
can't save them all, Santana. You can't.
we can't, but the thing that bothers me the most is that when Republicans in states that are blue, right,
Mm-hmm.
they take for granted, you know, because I'm in a blue state, Zeus, you're in a blue state, they take
Correct.
for granted as far as like things being sent back to the state and
Mm-hmm.
understanding that we live in certain progressive states that work to try to take care of their constituents, right? They
Right.
do the best they can to actually make sure they improve our quality of life. But I used to live in South Carolina, a red
Oh,
state
yeah.
that has no interest in that
Wow.
whatsoever, right? And so you have to understand like those federal level protections are important to actually give a floor, right?
Mm.
Just a floor. Like everyone has to meet the standards. But
Yeah.
when you allow certain states to actually just dictate and do as they will,
Hey,
you
man.
get things like, you know, Brett Favre completely emptying out, you know,
Fraud.
government assistance. Exactly.
Fraud. Real fraud.
Yeah. I don't know, Zeus. I just, you know, hopefully you can get through them. I don't want to take up too much time, and
No, you're
I'm gonna
doing
get
all
out your
right.
way.
You're
But
doing all right, brother. All right. And as always, it's a pleasure to check in with you and check and make sure you're doing all right. All right, ladies and
likewise,
gentlemen, W. Santana Jones. Hosts awesome lives. I've been there, and boy, oh boy, does he do a number on you, Trump supporters. All right, but you know what? This guy loves his country just like the rest of us. Thank you, sir.
thank you, my brother. I'll see you
You're
later.
welcome. All righty then. All righty then. All right, let's go. All right. As you can see, it's a show of force. Yeah. What we're not going to do is allow the MAGA demon to spew hatred like that on our platform. Absolutely. Now you can. I'll let you get away with digging yourself into a ditch, perhaps with the misinformation. But when you get in here and you start acting like you're sitting on the throne, oh, instant violation, instant grounds to be sent straight to hell like that previous guest, Michael. So yeah, Michael, I would never try that again, Michael. Something is really, really wrong with you to think that that was acceptable. Ancient, I let him talk. I let him talk, but I'm not going to let him be rude. Absolutely not. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter, and I'll bring you right on up here. All right, we don't got all morning. Somebody says I spew hate all the time. All right, okay. Yeah, they don't say anything about the hate Trump spews. They don't say anything about the hate Trump spews. All right, let's go. Let's go. I see some ones out there. All right. All righty then, let's go. All right, angry bus driver, I sent you an invite. All right, come right on up here, and we will help get to the bottom of whatever it is you're dealing with. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. Again, when we start talking about real issues that impact MAGA, they got all the excuses in the book. They didn't want to talk about the egg prices, right? We brought the egg prices up. Oh no, he just got into office. Oh, you don't want to talk about the measles outbreak. You don't want to talk about that. Oh no, he just got into office. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, look at this. Who do we have this time? Angry bus driver. You put a 1 in the chat. You voted for Trump, or were you just spent? Oh, okay. W. Marissa in the chat. Thank you. What part of the country are you in?
I'm in Long Island.
Oh, okay, New York. All right. And so, what attracted you to Trump, if you don't mind?
The $5 gas, the illegal immigrants.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
What do you
much
mean?
That's it.
What do you mean the $5 gas?
When we were paying $5 for a gallon of gasoline in New
Under-
York
Under who?
under Biden.
Oh.
I didn't forget about that.
Well, the funny thing is, I just posted a video. I'm actually spending $5.69 for a gallon of gas.
You
So
said
which-
how much?
$5.69. It's on my
And
page.
you live in California, right?
Yeah. You live in New York, right?
Yeah,
So isn't $5.69 higher than $5?
it is.
Okay, so what's the point? Why bring up Joe Biden?
Okay, I'd be disgusted if I was paying that much money for gasoline.
Well, look at what we're paying. Look at what I just told you.
Who's running California?
Donald Trump is the president, right?
No. Who's running California right now?
Donald Trump is the president.
No. Who's running California right now?
Who's the one negotiating?
Who's running California right now?
Honestly, bro, I don't know who.
I asked Gavin Newsom.
Oh no!
You should take that up with him.
He's just the governor. He's just the governor. I can't do that. He doesn't set energy prices or anything like that. He's
Okay,
not
so
the one
why is
negotiating the
gas-
prices
why
of
is
barrels
gas
of
so
oil and
high
stuff
in
like.
your state?
Huh?
Why is gas so high in your state?
I give it to you, all right, because Donald Trump isn't doing what he promised he would do when he got into office, which is bring it down along with the prices of the groceries. And this is what he promised me. So
my man been in office for 30 days, for like 30 days.
Okay, so we're gonna go down that path. All right. So how many executive orders has he signed?
He signed a bunch of them.
Okay,
All
any
I
of
agree
them?
with,
Okay,
too.
so but then you notice you didn't say. Well, he's just got in the office. He can't sign anything. So clearly, we got proof that he can do things.
No.
He can
My
do
man-
things.
No, listen to me.
Has he signed an executive order to bring the price of eggs or gas down that you know of? Because
Well,
he
the
just
price-
signed an executive order to give people, if you got $5 million, a pathway to citizenship. It's just so funny that Trump could do all of these executive orders for all these other issues that I honestly could care less about. But when it comes to the ones he promised, no one told him to campaign and say that. He brought that to us. 10% cap on credit card interest, no tax on tips, no tax on over. These were his words. So now you're telling me I can't hold him accountable because he just got into office, bro? Is it you? I don't think you're really an angry bus driver. You're a nice bus driver.
No, I'm not nice. Not
Yeah,
at
you
all.
are. Because if you were angry, you would be upset like I am.
No, I'm happy.
You're,
I'm happy.
That's why I
Listen,
say you're a happy bus driver. That's why you should
listen.
change your name, bro. Because
But listen
you
to
should
me.
be angry that Trump is not living up to his promises. See how I caught you in your lies?
I'm not lying though.
Okay, you should
When
be
did I lie?
angry
When did I
because
lie?
you just said you're
When did I
happy.
lie?
You just said you're happy, right?
Yeah.
Your name is angry.
Uh-huh.
That's the lie.
All right. That,
W Zeus.
Listen, Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even follow you. I always swipe through TikTok and I see you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But past 2 years or something, you said you was quiet. You said nothing. You said nothing. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
I'm talking about when Joe Biden was destroying the country.
Oh, okay.
When he was destroying the country, you said nothing. You said nothing. My man been in office for 30 days, bro. 30 days. And you expect him to change the world in 30 days. But let me tell you about the gas prices.
Wait a second. Can I at least respond to that?
No. I've let you talk.
No, wait. We got to stop this. You
haven't
can't
let
come
me
on.
say
You can't
anything.
come into the kingdom and then
No,
tell me. No, listen. You're not going to
I've
come
let
into the
you-
kingdom.
You told me to come up here and talk. You haven't let me talk.
Did you hear what I just said?
What
You're
did you
not
just
going to
say?
come into the kingdom and act like you're sitting on the throne. Now,
So why did you tell me to come up here if I can't talk?
you can talk, but you can't
So let me
dictate.
talk.
No, you
I
can't
haven't
dictate.
dictated anything.
You did. You just keep
I've
saying, "Let
you-
me talk."
I've let you talk,
And I get it. And I get it.
and
That's
you're
how you
not
talk in
letting
New
me talk,
York. I
bro.
get it. That's how you talk in New York, champ. But I'm trying to help you understand. You and I can go back and forth, but you don't get to dictate to Zeus. That's just to me. It's not happening.
All right, man. Go ahead.
No, finish saying what you're saying, but you can't just keep insisting that I do anything.
But you're not letting me speak.
Go for it.
All right. Didn't he just buy? Not buy, but didn't he just open up more land to start drilling? President Trump.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Yes,
he did an executive order,
He
but
did. So you have to give it time.
Okay.
And it's gonna go down. When gas was going up, when you were paying $8 in California, you weren't saying anything because people in California, y'all like high gas prices. Y'all like illegal aliens all over the place. I understand that.
Okay, yeah.
We don't like that here.
Okay, got it. Now, the executive orders, I forget the exact details of it, but the land that whatever they're supposed to be doing on, it's going to take 5 to 10 years for it to actually monetize. So
That's
as
what
far
you
as
call an investment.
okay, but he won't be
That's what you
president.
call an
So
investment.
listen, but he won't be
But
president.
it's an investment.
Okay, so it's not helping us now.
It'll help us down the line. That's what
Okay,
investments
so
do.
okay, so I'm going
It'll
to
help our
pause.
children. You have children, Zeus?
No,
Do you know why I voted for Biden? You know, I mean, not Biden. No. You know why I voted for
no,
Trump?
you're getting
You know
it
why-
right because you're in here fumbling.
never,
You're fumbling,
never.
you're
You know why I
tumbling,
voted
and you're
for
not
Trump?
making
You know
any
why I
sense.
voted for Trump?
So wait, before you go
How
on,
am
I want
making
to
any sense?
I want to
How am I not
final
making any sense?
because you're saying that he's doing things that help us, but we don't get to see any of this until 5 to 10 years from now, and he's long gone. So I'm going to deduct a point. I'm deducting a point from you
Yes.
because you can't use that.
Yes.
We agreed he passed a bunch of executive orders, but none of them are doing anything to actually help us right now.
Okay, gas
and that's the
has
big
it-
issue.
gas-
And you
gas
keep trying to
has
say
it-
he just got into office, but I'm like, you got airplanes currently falling out of the sky.
Oh,
you
that's
got
Trump's fault.
measles outbreaks, all right?
That's
Tuberculosis
Trump's fault.
outbreaks.
We had all-
You got
we had all those
airplane
when Biden was
incidences.
president. Everything you talking about was happening under Biden.
No,
You
it
didn't
was
say
not.
anything about it. Yes, it was.
And then that was the
Yes, it
second
was.
line. That
The
was
chicken
that
with
was
the bird.
that was-
the chickens with the bird flu. That
Yeah.
happened under Biden. But you're blaming Trump.
because there wasn't an outbreak.
It was.
No.
Are you serious? It
Yeah.
was. It's been
See-
going on since last year, bro.
Okay. And this is why I say you're
This
under a
has been
strong
going- Yo,
you're
they-
under a
they-
strong
they-
delusion.
They farm. They
You're
closed a farm.
I get it.
around my neighborhood.
I get it.
Last year, when Biden was president. because
Okay,
of the bird flu.
great. But you know what? We never ran out of eggs. I went to the store the other
I
day.
got eggs. They're just expensive. Groceries been expensive for the past 4 years.
You're doing that little,
Groceries have been expensive for the past 4 years.
and they're getting
Now-
more
now back to-
expensive.
hold up,
No.
hold up.
They're getting more expensive.
Because you dodged the question I asked you about kids. About
What
kids.
is your question about kids? And listen, if you thought the groceries were expensive under Joe Biden, my whole point is they're more expensive now, just like the gas situation. Well, I never wanted to pay $5. Well, it's $5.69.
Bro,
It's going
y'all
up to
paying
$6
for
now.
gas in California. Are you serious?
Oh, now it's $8. You just keep on doing what you're doing. I know what this is.
You
I know
weren't
what this
paying
is.
$8 when
No,
Biden was president?
no,
Yes, you was.
no, I
Yes, you
wasn't.
was. Yes, you was.
No, you were, and I don't even know what the heck you're doing. As far as I'm concerned, sir, everything that you're saying, it's one of these things where he just simply goes, I got to one-up Zeus, just to say how ridiculous and extreme. And I know that game very well. You have no proof. You have no receipts.
No proof about what?
What the heck you're talking about? Everything you thought was an issue under Joe Biden, I'm giving you examples of it being a lot worse under Donald Trump. And look at where we're at right now.
Nothing
You said,
is
well,
worse under Trump,
they
bro.
find me an airplane incident like the one that happened in D.C. when Trump became president and fired all the FAA employees. Find me an incident like that.
didn't
Please
fire
cite
the
it.
FAA employees.
Cite-
He didn't.
Okay.
When did he do that?
Okay, again,
When did he
lost.
fire the FAA employees?
You're lost in the sauce. You're lost
When
in the
did he do
sauce.
that? You're lying.
You're lost in the sauce.
You're lying, bro.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Because you don't have any information.
You're spreading.
And as far as I'm concerned, you're a Zeus hater. You're a Zeus hater.
You've taught me nothing new.
Okay,
Let me
well,
ask
how
you
about
about the
this?
kids.
What's your
No,
highest
no,
level?
no.
What's your highest level of education?
Well, I got a high school education. That's
Oh.
all I got. That's all I got. And you know
You know,
what?
there's a saying
No,
out there.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Tell me, what's the saying? Go
you
ahead.
know what? You know what? I rest my case.
Okay,
I rest
so
my
what-
case,
so-
Your
so-
Honor.
so- so-
He's
so-
he's done. He's in. He's fully indoctrinated. There's nothing I can do to help you because you got to learn the hard way. And this is where we're at in America. People say that I'm mean, but I'm not really mean. I really
You're not
try to
really
have.
mean. You're not
I
really
really
mean.
try to have.
I think you're sweet. I don't think you mean.
Well,
I think
whatever.
you're sweet.
Yeah, okay, whatever. You're gonna lay there and
I don't
burn
think
like
you
all
mean.
the other ones. You're gonna lay there and burn like
I'm gonna
everybody
be
else.
fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna be fine.
But listen to what I'm saying.
And you know
though.
who's gonna be fine?
Listen
You're
to
gonna
what.
be fine.
Okay, listen to what I'm
You
saying.
can
though.
fearmonger on TikTok because that's how you get your money.
Okay. Well, see, he can't. This is what I'm saying. This is a Zeus hater, and I got him right where I wanted. I wanted to ruin his breakfast this morning. And I've been looking for the right person to just do it to, sir. No matter what, you'll never be as great as me. All right, and I get it. He said, I've been following you for years. Oh, that means you're on the outside observing and you're paying attention and you're trying to figure out how to get at me, and it ain't working. It ain't adding up. So now you decided to come confront Big Zeus himself and think that you're going to somehow say something to throw me off my game. All you did was give me more confidence to continue to do what I do, brother. All right. You think you were suffering under Joe Biden. You have no idea how much you're about to be suffering at the hands of your dear leader. Donald J. Trump. Ladies and gentlemen, like I've been saying, we're heading towards a 1929 depression, one like we've never seen before. And this angry bus driver who thought he was angry, he's not angry. He's happy. He's happy to bend over for Donald J. Trump and smell that dirty, disgusting diaper that smells like ketchup and cheap cologne and poop, and because he's hooked on it. And so what I'm going to do is, since the MAGA demon can't be contained or controlled, he just thinks he's going to get up here and tell me what to do and walk like this and talk like that. I'm going to warm up this lake of fire for you, champ. And it's really easy to do, ladies and gentlemen. On the count of three, we're going to throw a MAGA-possessed demon from Long Island. We're going to send him straight to hell. All right, Mr. Nice bus driver. Enjoy.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Here it goes.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
And it's clear because, what's the highest level of education? High school. I don't know if these people are saying that answer to really be honest, or if they're saying that to try to be funny. But I'm going to be honest with you, champ. Yeah, it's both. I'm going to be honest with you. We can already tell what your highest level of education, 99.9% of the time. Whenever a Trump supporter gets in, can't we tell? W. Zeus in the chat. We don't need you to actually tell us what we already know. We just want to see if you're being honest. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring up our next panelist. Who do we got next? Oh my goodness. My good friend Nutty. Oh my God, what a show this morning. All right, what a show. Good morning, Nutty. Welcome to the show. What can we do today? How can we help you?
You are such a liar.
Why?
You lie about everything. You just get on this
Mm-hmm.
You spread misinformation.
True.
W Nutty in the chat. You're running a cult. You're running a cult. Why do you lie so much, brother? Can't we be friends so I can get you out in the field and pick my fruit? Can't we just be friends?
Yeah, that's what they said before they, you know what they did to Rodney King. All right, we're not going to go down that path, but they know it.
Like, why are you lying? Because under our God, our golden statue God Trump, we're paying $1.99 a gallon for gas.
And the eggs. How much are the eggs?
And it's so no, we're paying 50 cents a dozen for eggs.
Oh, that's real affordable.
See, so I don't understand why you're lying. You have the Trump derangement syndrome. That's what you have. Because under Biden, I paid $12.55 for a half a dozen of eggs. And because you're not smart, a half a dozen is 6.
Oh.
You're not smart. So I know you don't know how to count.
Oh.
I paid $13.32 for a half a dozen of eggs.
And
then under Biden, my gas prices, I was paying $12.10 a gallon for unleaded.
Unleaded, was that the 87 or the
I had to stop
91?
buying premium because premium was $20 a gallon.
W Nutty, let's go Nutty. Go ahead,
Because
preach
we
it.
know that under Joe Biden, the United States of America, America produced more oil under Joe Biden than any other administration in the history of the nation.
Yeah.
And we know Joe Biden negotiated the little deal with OPEC. Isn't it OPEC?
Yeah.
We know Joe Biden did that.
Yeah.
So why are you getting on this app line and saying that it was our Lord and Savior Trump?
W
So
Nutty.
this
Go
is
ahead,
the
Nutty.
This is the ignorance that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Because so I'm not a preacher like Takesha, because when Takesha get up here, she gonna preach to you.
Amen. I know that.
Preacher.
That
all right?
part, yeah.
So, but the word says, the Bible says that that in the end time they're gonna make a lie the truth,
Amen.
and the truth a lie.
Amen.
Is that not what's going on? We see things with our own eyes. We hear things with our own ears, but
Amen.
yet they're telling us in our face. So they like to, the new word for it is gaslighting.
Yeah.
We see things. We saw what happened on January 6th.
We sure did.
We saw it in 4K.
Yep.
We saw it in real time with our own eyes.
Amen.
But yet y'all gonna tell us that it didn't happen. Y'all gonna rewrite history.
Trying
we
to.
heard Donald Trump say that when he is elected, even before he's inaugurated, the war in Ukraine will end.
Yep.
We heard Donald Trump say that if he were to win the presidency again, that your egg prices weren't gonna be high.
Wow.
That your groceries, he called it groceries, weren't gonna be expensive.
Yeah.
But what say you, MAGA? What say you? When Joe Biden was in the White House, yes, we were still paying high prices for inflation.
That part.
Absolutely. Did
That
Joe
part.
Biden help with inflation? Absolutely, he did. How did Joe Biden help with inflation?
Hit him with it,
It's
Nutty.
through policy. Through the Inflation Reduction Act.
Yep.
When you put more money into the pockets of the American people, the people who actually stimulate the economy, I am not talking about billionaires. I'm talking about the middle class workers. That's you. That's me. That's Mr. Toothless over there who is on Medicaid, but yet he runs a business.
You hear
When
that?
you put money
Derek?
into our hands and we spend money in the economy, it stimulates the economy. So when you're with your partner, Zeus, right?
Talk to him,
When you're
Nutty.
with your partner and you touch your partner a certain way, it's gonna stimulate something in your partner.
Ooh, if you got the Triple H factor, yeah. But if you're ugly like these Trump supporters, absolutely not.
It's gonna stimulate something. That's how our economy is. Our economy is our partner. When we engage. When we engage with our partner, when we're spending money with small businesses, when we're out there buying cars, when we're out there purchasing gas, when we're out there just buying clothes and living our best life. That's doing what? That's stimulating our partner. It's making our partner excited.
Amen. W Nutty in the chat. I don't know where he's going, but it's right there.
It's making our partner want to release.
Oh, you know what I mean. That's that drill, baby. Drill talk. W Nutty. I get it. Drill, baby, drill.
Partner releases. You know what happens in the body when the partner releases? I'm trying to keep it clean.
Oh yeah.
Listening.
Yeah, and be honest, Nutty, a lot of Trump supporters, the men, they don't know what you're talking about. This is foreign territory, so please continue. Let them know.
Well, of course it is, because Ange hit the nail on the head because, he was trying to finish and he could never finish. That's why his life going on. So Ange hit the nail on the head. You know this. So, all we're saying to you is that when we stimulate the economy,
that part,
not through billionaires, it's through everyday people like you and I. The fact that you MAGA demons are getting up in this box and that you all are simping for billionaires who will walk right on your face, even though you voted for him.
Yeah.
He will walk right on your face. He cares nothing about you. But yet you're lying down for him to walk on your face. And you're saying, walk on me, daddy. Walk on me.
Ooh.
Well, hell, if you want somebody to walk on you, just lay down. I'll walk on you for free.
Oh,
But
W
stop
Nutty.
giving your money. Stop giving your money. Stop giving your time. Stop giving your effort to billionaires who don't care about you.
Lord have mercy. Wow. Nutty, you laid it all down. I mean, you left it all on the floor with that one right there. I got nothing to say about that. That's wild.
So Zeus, listen. I got one more thing to say and I'm out of here.
Go for it, brother.
Lately, we've been seeing people come up in boxes. I'm not going to mention any other creators. We've been seeing people come up in boxes and they're like, well, yes, I voted for Trump. And I know that we're happy that they finally seen the light.
Mm-hmm.
But it's too late.
Really?
It's too late. Because the damage that you all have caused is irreparable at this point.
Wow.
Because for 2 years, 2 to 3 years, we got on this app. We're telling you the consequences of voting for Donald Trump. And yet you did it again because you didn't want a black woman sitting behind the Resolute desk.
W Nutty, that part. And that's what it is. Because
I don't want to hear buyer's remorse now because of what he said about Gaza. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear you getting on these apps because I'm not buying it, especially if you're Blagga. And those of you who were in the live with me and a certain person's like, y'all know who I'm talking about. Especially if you're Blagga. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that you're calling to mobilize to get rid of Citizens United because of what he said about Gaza. To hell with Gaza. Because I cannot care about Gaza when my own land that I'm in, that I'm standing on, is in peril.
Wow.
How do you not care about the people that is your neighbor, but yet you want to care about people that you can't even see, that you don't touch, that you don't talk to, that you don't know, but the people that you know, you don't care about.
Wow.
You voted against their interests. You voted against their autonomy. You voted against your own daggum mama. And every single one of us here today, we're here because of why? A woman.
What do you mean because of a woman? What do you mean? Oh, okay, I get what you say. All right, W Nutty. I thought you were saying something with a double entendre in it, but actually it does because it's also because of their feelings towards Kamala Harris, a woman, right? Let's just be honest. That's part of it too, right? I mean, yeah.
So listen, we absolutely hate what's going on in Gaza, but how can we talk about Gaza when we have our own stuff going on here that we're in peril? How can we save the scripture tells us that charity begins where?
At home.
At home. You gotta take care of home before you can take care of others. But yet they want to flip the script. They want to tell you, oh, we're saving all of this money through government efficiency because all of our tax-paying dollars is going over to Ukraine. That money could be going to the homeless people here. How many homeless people have you helped?
Hey, man, W Nutty, that part, they don't care.
Stop talking to me about Gaza. I want you to talk to me about Cincinnati. Stop talking to me about Gaza. I want you to talk to me about St. Louis. Stop talking to me about Gaza. I want you to talk to me about Detroit, Chicago. I want you to talk to me about Kalamazoo. I want you to talk to me about South Bend, Indiana. Stop talking about Gaza.
Ooh, W Nutty. That's the problem. So busy trying to take the beam out of everybody else's eye except your eye. Let's go, Nutty. I get what you're doing.
Stop talking about Gaza. We have our own Gaza right here in America. Because you cannot care about Gaza, but then say you agree with Donald Trump taking away funds to help Gaza. You can't tell me you care about Gaza when you don't care about the children in Africa who are now going to go hungry because the food that we grew for them is sitting and rotting in a warehouse.
Wow.
You can't tell me you care about Gaza when you don't care about the epidemic of AIDS when George W. Bush was the absolute catalyst to help stop the AIDS virus by giving all of this money and paying for condoms and stuff to send to Africa to help stop AIDS. That was under a Republican.
Hit him, Nutty.
George
No lies
W.
detected.
Bush.
No lies detected. This is what we
Stop
need.
Talking to me about Gaza. Talk to me about communities here in America.
Amen.
Because once you talk about communities here in America, then that's putting America first.
Oh,
Y'all have a great day.
I love how you ended it like that, ladies and gentlemen. That's Nutty. W Nutty in the chat. No lies detected. I mean, as you can see, we have a very diverse. This is a very diverse live. We hit it on the left, we hit it on the right, and we hit it down the middle. As long as you're being truthful, I guess we got to continue. All right, yeah. So W Nutty. It's very difficult to navigate this, all right, because I understand the whole virtue signaling thing, but look at where we're at right now. I mean, that's the question everyone has to ask themselves: is this where we want to be as a country? And the Trump supporters are going to sit there. The ones that are in the cult, they're going to continue to say, yes, this is exactly where I want to be. But if you're one of these people and you're going, I don't like the way America is, then just like we all know, the only thing you could have honestly done was to vote for Kamala Harris. That was the only thing. If you didn't do that, then you went and voted for someone other than Kamala Harris. I mean, I get what you thought, but look at where we're at. All right, you got to look at the outcomes. You got to focus on the outcomes. Did you get the outcomes you wanted? All right, and that's where we're at as a country. All right then, alrighty then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the box. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter, and I will bring you right on up here. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I'll bring you right on up here. All right, let's see. Who do we got? All right, who do we got, ladies and gentlemen? Snuggie, I've already destroyed you. I've ruined you. You have no standing in the kingdom. All right, let's go. Popcorn. How about you, Popcorn? Let's see if we can get somebody that's reasonable to get in the box. Popcorn, good morning. How are you doing? You voted for Trump?
I did.
Oh, okay. What part of the country are you in, if you don't mind?
Georgia.
W for Georgia in the chat, all right? Because there's some good people out there. Let me ask you a question. Did you just hear Nutty, my good friend Nutty, the one that just left? You heard what he had to say?
Yeah, I agree with some of what he said. Like that the money should be spent here more at home and taking care of our own communities instead of sending it overseas and programs that really don't make sense.
Oh, okay. That's pretty interesting. You agree. What did you disagree with him on, if you don't mind? Because that's unique. You voted for Trump and you're agreeing with Antifa. That's awesome. That's progress.
Yeah. So, but it's progress for my view. Yeah, absolutely. It's So, but to think that somebody like Kamala Harris was going to make things any better, because for decades we've been doing this. Actually, 100 plus years we've been doing this spending money not on our own communities here. Just take our current infrastructure, right? So the infrastructure that we see now, like our power grid and all that stuff, is 70 years old, right?
Mm-hmm.
And instead of spending money to upgrade our power grid and making it more secure, we're spending it overseas on these stupid programs like through U.S. aid and.
So let me ask you a question. So you believe funding research is stupid?
No. Well, yes. When you start creating things like the C-19 virus, yes, that would be stupid.
So our military, people don't know this, but it was through research funding that honestly helped us to win World War II. You know what I'm talking about?
What specifically?
Huh? Well, the bomb. I shouldn't say that on TikTok, all right? I don't mean to say that, but you get what I'm saying. There's when they fund research, the outcomes aren't always promised in terms of what you're going to get, but that's what keeps us the number one country in the world, our ability to invest in R&D, right? So if you take away a country's ability to invest in R&D, what you're doing is you're setting this country up to be what I call a banana republic, a third world country, not a first world country. So wouldn't it be nice if the United States actually did get to a place where we found cures to cancer and things like that?
yeah, absolutely.
And when you think about funding these programs, you shouldn't just look at it as a dollar. You should understand these are people's lives that you're going to directly impact, whether it's the scientists that are in the lab, the organizations that are doing the research that employs hundreds of thousands of people. And it's just the most bizarre thing how we've gotten to a place in this country where you want to, I call it, cut people's water off by cutting funds or programs that you have no knowledge of, but you think it's a bad program. And what happens when you cut these programs? You send them to the unemployment line, right? And then you turn around and say, and let's cut the benefits on that as well, all right? And these are your fellow Americans.
Right. So
it's bizarre.
I agree that we should have research in cancer, stuff like that, AIDS and all that stuff, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like sending money to foreign countries for, and I know you've heard it 1,000 times, like Sesame Street, sending money to Ukraine, and then for catwalk.
Okay, so number one, I've heard of a lot of that, and I know Elon is he actually was in the cabinet meeting yesterday acknowledging that there's a lot of information he's gotten wrong and he's trying to remedy it. So right there is a one big issue. You can't trust everything that the Trump administration is telling you when they talk about fraud, waste, and abuse, because we keep running into these situations where they're getting it wrong, but at the end of the day, they're effectively gaslighting MAGA. And MAGA is now at a point where they don't question what these guys say. The second thing is about supporting our allies. Is that an important thing to do or not?
To a certain extent, yes.
What is your extent?
Need to support us too.
So would you want to see Americans soldiers with their boots on the ground over there in Europe? Is that what you want?
No, I think we need to do everything we could do to prevent that.
Okay, which means supporting our allies by sending aid.
But
you see how that works?
Right, but that's
you see how that works. So
right, but that's not the aid I'm talking about, and this all could have been prevented.
No. What aid are you talking about?
Well, you just said sending aid to our allies.
Military weapons, right? And that is basically it's an investment in us because it's our old equipment, and then there's businesses here in the States that are hiring people to replenish those supplies. So it's as far as I'm concerned, it's great for the United States because what Ukraine is doing is they're actually weakening Russia, right? And there's no American soldiers' boots on the ground. And you got to thank Joe Biden for having the wisdom and the understanding that if it came down to it, it's better us to support our allies than to put American soldiers' boots on the ground in Europe. And he successfully did that for 4 years.
Right.
Now where we're at right now is honestly, if you thought it was World War III under Joe Biden, I'm concerned about World War IV because you know what Trump wants to do in Gaza.
Well.
And it's not the other way. I just read some information. France they're thinking about putting nuclear jets in Germany. You know why they're doing that?
So the Ukraine, right? So
this is tied to Ukraine. You know why France wants to put nuclear jets in Germany? It's not a sign of us heading towards peace. It's not a sign of us heading towards peace, is it?
No.
And that's the thing. Trump was supposed to end this conflict the moment he got into office, but as you can see, because Trump doesn't understand geopolitics, perhaps. I don't know.
Nope. Why did this happen?
Why did what happen?
The Ukraine and Russia conflict.
Oh, do you think Ukraine somehow was the aggressor?
Do you know what year it started?
Are you want to go back to the Budapest Memorandum? Is that where you're going?
Well,
are you talking about the expansion of NATO? You think the expansion of NATO may have triggered Russia to do this? Is that kind of your angle?
Yep.
Okay, and I didn't want you to do that. I didn't want you to do that because I've already debunked this, and that's why I asked you: are you even aware of what's really happening over there?
Yeah, I'm pretty in tune, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. So
2014, what happened?
You know about Crimea. You know about that.
In 2014, what happened?
I just told you.
Okay. So, why did Crimea happen?
You tell me.
Well, no, it seems that you have all the answers.
No, I don't happen, but I'll say this. It's a bunch of Russian misinformation and disinformation going on out here. And what you're doing is you're taking, and this is what concerns me.
Here, let me help you.
When you take the side of Russia on these stances, it just throws me off, bro. Why do you take Russia's side on this?
I don't.
Okay, then. Okay, so
why poke the bear?
Huh?
I said, why poke the bear?
Didn't Trump send javelins to Ukraine when he was in office the first time?
Okay. Trump was president.
Yeah,
What?
so that's showing you the proper position the United States should have had, right?
Before Trump, what happened?
Popcorn. You're
Before
not
Trump
answering.
announced his presidency.
Just say
what
it.
happened in Ukraine.
Just say what you want to say, because I'm not going there with you. I don't get how you can get up here.
Of course, because you don't know what happened.
How about this? I'm gonna bring up somebody I know how can help it.
Oh yeah, Val. I've cooked Val before.
Oh, you've taken me before. Yeah, that's.
No. Val, please help this gentleman out.
Hold on, sir. Let's talk about Ukraine since that seems to be your.
I told him not to do it.
Choice right there. Okay. First off, in 2014, reason nobody helped Ukraine. Hold on. It's my turn, sir.
Popcorn.
First,
I'm passing it to Val. It's called the give and go. Relax. You're fine. You can. This is a give and go. We do it all the time.
First time in 2014, we didn't help Ukraine, and the reason we didn't help Ukraine is because Ukraine was basically a Russian puppet government.
Wrong.
No, yes, it was.
Wrong.
And in 2019, Zelensky got elected. That Russian puppet government got dispatched from Ukraine. Yeah.
Popcorn. If you're going to say it, just say it.
Okay.
In
2013, who was rising up and being funded to protest and overthrow the Yanukovych government? Who was it?
What is your point? You can't. We can't. You can't continue this conversation with you doing this.
Who thought that he was going to come in and cook somebody?
Oh no, I am.
So who was it? Who was
you
it?
just won't shut up long enough to hear the whole information is the problem because you don't want to hear it.
I'm trying to.
The Russian puppet in 2019. The Russian puppet government was dispatched by the Zelensky. That is what upset Russia. That's why they're pissed off. It's because they lost their control in Ukraine.
Before Zelensky,
that is why they were pissed off.
Okay.
It is also why. And hold on, sir. It's also why. Hold on, sir. It's also why.
Sir, if you don't know, say you don't know.
No, sir, you don't know.
Sir, if you
just up here spreading misinformation, sir. Period.
It is not. It's right here.
Now the thing is, sir, is in 2020, sir.
In Ukraine.
Hold on, sir. You need to stop. The end of 2020.
Popcorn.
End of 2020, Putin made a very.
We're not talking about
end of 2020. Putin made a very unique statement.
If you don't
and
know,
that statement was,
I'm gonna let you respond, Popcorn. Come on now, and I'm gonna fact check what you're talking about.
Yeah, he made a statement saying, "I'm going to regain the former glory of the USSR." When he made that statement, sir, that was a message to the entire world. Now, you came up here since you wanted to refer to Russia as the bear. Don't poke the bear. The bear didn't poke. We didn't poke the bear. The bear poked us.
Thank you. W Val in the chat. W Val in the chat.
When that bear poked us, they got the response. Now, sir, I want to make sure you understand something. When we talk about Ukraine, we're talking about a sovereign nation with a group of people that actually want to fight for their sovereignty.
Thank you.
Okay, period. End of story. And we are helping them do that. Even to the point that most Republicans believe we need to continue doing this.
But why?
Because it's a win-win for the U.S. and it's a win-win for Ukraine.
Val, if you don't know, say you don't know.
I don't know, Popcorn. So let me take that.
What don't I know?
Popcorn.
What don't I know,
Popcorn.
Let's go.
I don't know what the
Val,
heck
if
you're
you-
talking about in 2013. Tell me what you're talking about so I
February
can.
2014 Revolution of Dignity in Ukraine. Do y'all know what that was?
Hold on.
Oh my gosh, you got to Google. Are you serious?
I just asked you, did you
I
know
know what
about?
happened
Listen,
in
listen,
2014,
listen.
sir.
No,
I
listen,
just told you.
listen.
Say
Popcorn,
you don't know,
popcorn,
Val.
popcorn. I just
Val.
asked you, did you know about the fighter jets that France sent
Sir,
into Germany?
sir,
Popcorn,
sir.
are you listening? I just asked you if you knew about the nuclear jets that France is putting in Germany. You said no. So stop acting
No,
like you know
you
everything.
said, no, you said, what's the reasoning behind it?
You
And
don't
I said,
know.
well, tell me. Tell me. Yeah.
No, why don't you do what you asked me to do? That's
And
my
they
whole
should
point.
have an
I'm,
answer for
You
it.
don't
Tell
know
me
why,
what happened.
You don't know why
Val.
France would nuclearize Germany
Sir,
at this
sir,
point. You don't know.
sir, if
You
you
really
don't
You're
don't.
talking to us
say
about
that
stuff
you
that
don't
happened 20
know.
years ago.
Sir, if you
Or
don't
not
know,
20
say
years
that
ago,
you
10
do
years
not
ago.
know, Val.
Okay, but what did you say? I'm looking it up. All right,
Revolution of
2014.
Dignity in Ukraine.
What is it called? Revolution of
Oh my
Dignitary.
gosh.
All right, go for it. Hold on.
Man, you guys are clowns.
No.
sir,
No.
you're the
Say what you're saying about it. I found it.
Uh,
So I'm giving you the point that this did happen. This is actually something.
Gosh, this
Oh,
is
no, it did
great.
happen.
This is great. Do you know what the Orange Revolution was, Val?
The
No.
Orange Revolution? I don't know. I'm just hearing words right now. I
There
know
you
why
go.
Russia went after Crimea.
Before you come up and speak on something, you need to know what you're talking about.
No, sir. I
Sir,
do. It was
sir,
for waterfront property,
you do
sir. Do you
not
not
know
get
what
it?
you were
What does
talking about,
Crimea give
Val.
Russia?
You do
What
not know
does
what you're
Crimea
talking
give
about.
Russia with its
And
waterfront
and
property, sir?
and
Come on. Come on.
it,
Come on. Spit
it's
it
a
out.
military naval
Spit it
port,
out.
right? It's a very important naval point.
It's
It
a
is not.
very important port, right? Yeah, that's what this is
Yeah,
all about. Is waterfront property
yeah.
for their
That
military, so they didn't have to go through
along
where,
with
sir? So,
minerals,
sir, where did
minerals,
they not have to go through?
rare earth minerals.
Where
Did you
did
know
it? Where
that?
did, sir?
Did you know that,
Rare
Val?
earth metals
Did
is
you know
not
that?
wasn't a part of this issue
So
at this
if
time.
you need to go on and start doing a little research.
No, no, sir. Rare
Sir,
earth
sir,
minerals were not a
sir,
part of this issue
you've
at
not
this time.
answered
This
one
was about
question.
waterfront
Popcorn.
You've not answered one of my questions, and then
Popcorn. I gotta mute you because you're not even having
and
a
then act
conversation.
like W for popcorn. Boom.
Are you gonna seriously?
Popcorn hasn't won a W yet. Popcorn spread a
Val, I
bunch of
took you 2
misinformation
days
that he
ago,
knows nothing
son.
about.
As soon as you seen popcorn, you should have ran like you did last time.
Oh, I didn't run, sir.
I don't think that's happening here. So you brought up something that happened 13 or
Well, you guys
2014. No, Popcorn. Honestly, because the
actually
show
this
doesn't
goes
go.
back to the 14th century. I mean,
What
this goes
connect
back
the
a
dots?
long time.
Popcorn. Connect it to what's going on currently, because
There's
I'm not.
enough time to connect all the
Oh.
dots. It would take me an hour to explain everything, and that's how clueless y'all are. Y'all think that this is like a
I gave you the benefit of the
Only
doubt,
a-
Popcorn.
a
Honestly,
Popcorn has no
event that
benefit of
is
the
going
doubt.
on.
All he wants to do is come up here and try to say keywords that don't mean
and you
nothing.
guys
in
have no
today's
clue what you're
politics.
talking about. So I'll tell you what
I
you
just,
do.
I just wanted you to give us a quick and dirty
So what I
version.
did over the last course of the few months is go through the entire history of that region on planet Earth.
Okay.
And I think y'all need to do the same thing, because
Just
this is not just Putin attacks Crimea or Ukraine, right? This goes well beyond that, And
Okay,
that's
but
your-
get to it.
that's
Get to
your
what your
ignorance.
point is. Get to what your point
Again, there's
is.
not enough time for me to go through the
So-
whole thing.
Okay, so what does this got to do with
He's
the
trying
price
to
of
bring us
rice?
the
So, Val,
disillusion of the
before you get
USSR,
on
and he doesn't understand that the
and
reason the
act like-
USSR was
act like-
disillusioned
I was gonna give him-
for
You
a
know what
reason.
you're talking about.
All right, Popcorn.
Oh,
All
I've
right.
asked you several questions. You haven't answered one.
And you don't even know why they're trying to nuclearize.
It's simple questions.
Popcorn doesn't know a thing. It's just he just wants to get
Yeah,
up
no,
here
he just
and
wants
ramble.
My thing is I've been to combat. Have you guys been to combat?
Popcorn, you can't give
Did
us
you guys serve your
anything.
country, yes or no?
Popcorn.
Yes or
you
no?
haven't-
Have you served your country? Yes or no?
Popcorn. What you
Val?
want to do?
Zeus,
I
did
ain't got
y'all-
time for it, ladies and
Have
gentlemen.
you served your country?
Ladies and gentlemen, that's lost in the sauce, Popcorn. I don't know what's going on with you, Popcorn, but we don't know what the heck you're talking about. You just got up here and just started quoting a bunch of random dates, and you never connected the dots. I don't feel like I learned anything from you, Popcorn. It's just a bunch of quiz questions, all right? And it makes absolutely no sense. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Popcorn straight to hell. It didn't make no sense.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
He doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know where he
Never
was
make
trying
any
to take
sense
us.
because he sat up here and says, "No, I don't want to defend Russia," as he's defending Russia the entire time.
That part.
Okay, he's never going to make any sense. And
That
for
part.
your other two guests that you had up here,
Yes.
I mean, my Lord.
The
angry bus driver. You know what? If you're so interested in drill baby drill, you may want to go read what the oil companies say. Hey, and while you're at it, Mr. Angry Bus Driver, can you tell me why we can't get current information from the EIA anymore?
Thank
would
you.
Be actually a good question to ask.
Is he still
sir.
here? Is Mr. Bus Driver there still? Mr. Bus Driver, he said that, he's angry. I don't think he's angry. He's actually happy that Donald Trump is going to make his life worse. Oh, my goodness. All righty, then. Well, listen, Val, we did an outstanding job. Once again.
Quick dispatch.
Yeah. They don't know what the heck they're talking about, but they definitely love defending Russia. It makes absolutely no sense. All right, W Val in the chat. No lies detected. So, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, these Trump supporters, what did they want to do? They want to take us back to 2014. We're in 2025, bro, and you don't even know what's happening now. So how can we trust you about what was going on back then? Whatever it was, look at this. If you get up here and you defend Russia, all right, then I already know what to say about you, all right, and it's nothing really nice, all right? W Zeus in the chat. They don't want to talk about Medicaid being cut. They don't want to talk about their Social Security being cut, all right, because they know what we all know. That's going to mean that their water is about to be cut off. You said you served this country. I don't think you served this country. If anything, you served another country, perhaps Russia. All right, because if you really did love America, you would be doing all you could, honestly, to hold Donald Trump accountable for those campaign promises. He was supposed to lower those gas prices and our grocery prices. He said groceries was a beautiful word. I don't see any grocery prices getting lowered with all those executive orders, but I do see children out here losing their lives because of the measles and tuberculosis. I see egg shortages. I see my gas prices going through the roof. I see rent prices going through the roof. I see him trying to get into trade wars, all right, with our allies, all right. I see him trying to get us out of NATO. I mean, seriously, we are heading towards a 1929 style depression, MAGA, and you're all happy. This is why we got to continue to hold lives like this. And this is why we got to continue to expose these hypocrites and send them straight to hell. And I see a lot of people are getting triggered by the way that I run my show. Since you know so much about Ukraine, brother, why don't you do us a huge favor?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. And that's my message for you MAGA-possessed individuals, all right? You don't know any better. And you know what? If they cut your Social Security off and they cut your Medicaid off, do not ask Big Zeus for a crying dime. Do not ask us for a crying dime. All right, W Zeus in the chat. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What a show today. I got to get up out of here. You all deserve a huge round of applause. I want to also give a special thank you to all the subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. Popcorn, seriously, get help, bro. You and Mr. Bus Driver and Derek, you all are, out of your minds. All right? And speaking of those MAGA demons, ladies and gentlemen, we got to give one last round of booze and shame. And this goes out to every single one of those Zeus haters out there. And they're not just my haters, they're your haters too. You see what they're doing right now? We got them dead to rights. They're about to cut their Social Security off and they're about to cut their Medicaid off, and they're terrified that Elon Musk is behind the scenes pulling the strings, and that if they get out of line, Elon is going to do everything he can with his billions and billions of dollars to make their lives even worse than they are. They regret that they didn't vote for Kamala Harris deep down inside, but they just couldn't bring themselves to do it, right? They couldn't bring themselves to vote for a woman, a black woman. They said to themselves, if I'm going to end up having to bend the knee, because this is what they think, like, if I'm going to have to suffer, I can only suffer at the hands of Donald Trump, not a woman. And unfortunately, that mindset is why they're in the current situation they're in, all right? And so what we'll do is send them straight to hell one last time, all right? So it's an evil mindset.
Silence, you MAGA.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there. All right, don't do nothing I wouldn't do. We're out of here. Let's go. What a show. Yeah. What a show. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. You know what's about to happen, ladies and gentlemen. W Zena in the chat. Thank you all of the guests that came up here. We did a number on them. They're terrified right now because they know what's about to happen. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, y'all better figure it out, all right? Because we're getting to that place where the will of MAGA, ladies and gentlemen, is going to snap like a stick. You know, they can get up here. They're going to get up here and try to convince me, oh, Zeus, you don't know this. You don't know that. Okay. All right, genius. Why hasn't the prices came down? Oh, Zeus, you gotta give him some time. He's only been in office for 30 days. Excuse you. 30 days ago would have been February 20th. It's the 27th. It's actually a month and a week. All right. You can't add. Oh, Elon, he found fraud, waste, and abuse. Oh, but then he turned around a few days later and quietly updated the numbers. But they're the geniuses, right? What's your highest level of education? Oh, I just graduated high school, and then I decided to give myself a business. Let's go. Tiffany, for the people, I see you. It's so beautiful. Seriously. Hey, outsider. Think I'm crying? I'm actually laughing, all right? You can't tell that I'm happy? No, because nothing makes me happier than to know there's one less MAGA around here, right? One less MAGA. You brought it on yourself. It's called self-destruction. And you all like to say you have common sense. No, you don't. You have no common sense. Put a no in front of it, right? You said that I'm lost. Great. Think about how lost you're going to be when your Social Security gets cut off and you have to get off of that couch and no more Fox News, no more Diet Coke, no more Cheez-Its. I got your loss for you. Do we need to do drill, baby? Drill. Let's do drill, baby drill, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Kamala Harris's war, Pennsylvania.
Let's do some drill, baby drill, and then we are out of here.
You know she's going to ban fracking.
You know she's going to ban fracking, right? Oh, yeah, 100%.
She was against fracking, against all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, about a year and a half ago, when she was getting killed in the polls, she said, I like fracking very much. Like, they always go back to what they want.
Jack Park.
They always go back. She can't help it. She's a radical left Marxist. She can't help it. But we're going to end that, and we will frack, and
drill, baby, drill. Let's go. drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drilling so deep. WN in the chat.
For these guys, we're gonna take out so much money. We're gonna pay down our debt.
Here we go.
We're gonna lower your taxes.
Thank you, everyone.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna frat. Drill, there's a frat. Prevention was against stacking against
Thank you, my sister. Wow, that was dope. That was dope. She said, I like fracking very much. Look, they always go back to what they want. They always go back. She can't help it. She's a radical. She can't help it. And we're gonna end that, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna
let's go.
So deep. We're gonna be for these guys. We're gonna drill. We're gonna take out
so much money. We're gonna pay down our debt. We're gonna lower your taxes. Insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say drill, baby, drill. We're gonna frack. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Put your hands up. We're gonna drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Hey, we're gonna drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal Lecter.
Right.
Okay, they say,
why would you mention Hannibal Lecter?
We're gonna pay down. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late great
Hannibal.
Drill.
Hit them with it. Lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Hit it. Drill, baby, drill. Let's go. Hey, how low can you go? Hey, drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibal. Hit it. How much money you owe? How much money you owe on that house, baby? All right. You owe $2 million on it. Don't worry. We'll pay down your debt. Oh, you owe taxes? How much you owe on the taxes? Don't worry. We'll pay down those taxes. All right. Because guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna drill, baby, drill, and we're gonna frack. All right, because there's so much liquid gold underneath our feet. All right, and all we gotta do is drill, baby, and we'll get there. All right. Like it's Hannibal Lecter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen, I'm out of here. Take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. My, oh my, we are out of here. Wow.